Ho, 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 ho.
Hello, you lovely lot, and welcome to a very special festive edition of Who Knew. It is the Who Knew Festive Extravaganza.
Woo!
Hooray.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
That's what I wanted. I wanted more woos and.
Oh, sorry.
and cheers.
Yeah!
Yes. Come on, people. Merry
It's the sleigh
Christmas.
bells.
I want to go home.
We good start. I mean, I'm joined by three lovely ladies. We have in one corner, I don't know what corner you'll all pop up in the video, but as it stands here, we have the one and only Will Carlisle. It's Mr. TARDIS. Pete.
Hello. Yeah, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you. I've had each and every one of you on stream, and it's glad to see you all again this festive season.
Well,
Thank
that's
you for having
where
me
the
on,
copy
Josh.
strikes come from.
Yeah.
Take it down because you keep having people on your stream.
Ooh,
Like,
you had me good.
the man's trying to keep us down, folks.
and you just heard from another chap in the corner down here for me, the man that I referred to on the podcast as the charisma cannon. So for one night only, the Christmas charisma cannon is here. It's Jack, the community show, Ruddy Bloody Reeves. How are you?
Yeah, it's convenient that that's my middle name, isn't it? Jack Community Show Reed. I'm doing well. I'm excited. We're in the Christmas spirit. I've got me jumper on. Let's do it. I'm drinking water.
Yes, and below me, underneath me, but always metaphorically above us all is our almighty overlord, the one and only Harry Draper. I felt like I needed to do a middle bit, but it didn't really work. But Harry Bowtie Animation Draper, how are you?
Why have you returned? What do you want here? That's the high priest guy from Colony in Space.
Yeah, yes.
Who is now my profile picture. He's like this weird little turnip. So I will be channeling him all the way through in that I am the ultimate development of life on this planet, but I just really feel really tired and just want to sit on a little chair all day.
Wonderful. What a beautiful way to start. And I mean, we're here to try. I think I get the vibe this year that nobody is feeling particularly festive. Everybody is currently hating everything.
Humbug.
It's sort of where I'm at the minute.
I mean, I was Santa yesterday. I was at my nursery and I had to be Santa Claus. Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't imagine you as Santa Claus.
Well, I had to stuff my tongue.
You're not chubby enough.
No, I had to put a couple of cushions up.
I naturally could be Santa Claus because I have the heft.
No, I still can't believe my children didn't recognize me. I'm with my children all the time, 5 days a week. Did not somehow figure out that this was me. Figure that one out.
You can give them all the crayons in the world and they still can't draw a house. So.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't feel like people are feeling very festive. So we're here to try and drag you into some sort of fun and festivity, kicking and screaming.
He's a madman. Get away.
I am. I'm a madman with a podcast. So I mean, we've got a few fun things planned, a few little different things that we've not really done much on the podcast before. But for the earliest we've ever done this, we're going to have 2 trips to bloody Twitter today because I've decided. Because why don't we start off with a few, and then we'll go into a few later on, because this this podcast is completely unprepared. I don't really have a structure for it. So let's just rock on, Daddy-O. So here's
Fantastic.
David, take it away.
For God's sake! Bloody Twitter!
So I asked people on Twitter to submit some, I asked for festive. A lot of these aren't particularly festive topics or questions to ask us. And I thought we could just see what comes out. I'll ask the questions and we'll see what happens. So the first one is from a guest that I had on during Who Knew Fluxed. It's the wonderful Beth Axford on Twitter with a 0 and a 4. You decide whether to go. The question is, this is going to kick off the podcast in a big way, in a big way. And we're going to go to Will in the corner first.
Okay.
What is your ideal storyline if the Absorbaloff returned?
Oh, ideal. Okay, we have to first consider that the definitive Absorbaloff follow-up has already been made during the lockdowns.
It was, yeah.
Correct.
So that's honestly, it feels like I'd be treading on hallowed ground, really. When the star led the wise men to Bethlehem over 2,000-ish years ago, it was the little bubby Absorbaloff in that manger. I think that's the best direction to go in, and plus it's just a very inclusive holiday special for all involved. Really, everyone gets absorbed into the Absorbaloff, and all the spirits and the Christmas spirit and the festive spirit all comes together as one. But I think you got to get the Absorbaloff in a historical setting, not necessarily the nativity, but something within that time period. That's what I'm going to go for.
The nativity would be great. Imagine the Absorbaloff like absorbing all the animals in the stable, absorbing little lambs.
Tastes like
and
chicken.
Barring in his stomach, and yeah, maybe he could absorb an actual chicken.
His story arc.
Yeah.
But because this question came from Beth, yeah. Well, I ordered the poetry, the
You got one of
from-
those.
yes.
from Beth
They're
and
so
Book
good,
it.
aren't they?
Hey.
They're amazing.
So yeah, I just
I-
remembered I had that under my desk. I'm going to get that framed.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love that. I love that.
Shout out to Beth and Janoodle for spreading some festive cheer.
Yes, I love it. Spread the festive cheer. Now, Harry Draper, let's go to you next.
Oh no.
What would your ideal storyline be for the Absorbaloff if he was to return?
I think we had this question in the first one of these we did. We had this idea of like a Frontios sort of remake, but where it's a whole planet that's the Absorbaloff, and people just sink into his skin.
I was trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, and it's like we said, what one of the areas is like his Fong, and they have to travel like William Hartnell era style across his Fong, and it takes an episode. Yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. I'm sure. I think Miles Taylor said he was going to do that for his audio series.
Yes.
Where is that episode, Miles?
Miles, make it
yeah.
now, and then you'd have to have Jack promote it on the community show.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Little plug.
We'll crowdfund it.
Yes.
Please, let's do this.
Yeah, I think I might just stick with that because I've
You're
got
gonna
no
stick with
original ideas. Yeah, I'm a hack.
Daft. You're a Big Finish writer, my friend. You are.
Oh my
you
God.
have written the Big Finish, and your contribution today has been a planet-sized thong. Jack, your ideas.
He loves stories.
He loves stories.
Bouncy.
Well, how do I top that? Well, I think what the only natural thing, first of all, you get Peter Kay back. No one else plays that role. He has that top tier. Secondly, you make it hard R. You got rated R. Only 18 plus can see it, and you just make it disgusting. He's shackled by the BBC's family friendly. It's disgraceful. It's not right. He should be in a rated R episode as Peter Kay, just murdering people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like this.
I like to think if any kid watches at home, the police break in and take them away because they're not meant to be watching it.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
like that.
against the law to watch for children to watch A to D. They will be arrested.
It's like pantomimes. It's audience participation.
Yeah, I like the idea of the Absorbaloff, but in an A24 horror film. That is
you lose the loincloth, is
like
what I'm saying.
Yeah, like an indie horror film. I mean, my pitch would be a multi-Absorbaloff story. The 5 Absorbaloffs trapped in the death zone, and they would all be played by different cast members of Phoenix Nights. And that would be it. You'd get Dave Spikey's Absorbaloff.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
Paddy McGuinness's Absorbaloff, Peter Kay's Absorbaloff. Make it happen. And then who could you have play Barusa?
Jerry the Berry.
Yeah, there you go. Done. Happy days. Right. I mean, we'll move on. We'll do one more, and then we'll go into the main crux of the podcast, which is a special edition of the DVD collection. But before we do that, I mean, this is quite a fitting story this is quite a fitting question to start us off. From Reese Dell at Reese Dell with a 5 and a 3. You work out where they go. His question is:
Hello, Reese.
Hello, Reese. Thank you for messaging in.
We like you on Inside Number 9. I'll shut up now.
Yeah. Reese has asked, what would your perfect Doctor Who Christmas special be? So if you had to come up with an original idea, because as I said, this links into what we're doing a little bit later on. We'll work backwards this time. We'll go to Jack first.
Oh, good. Well, obviously, the idea is fully formed in my head. I've been thinking about this non-stop for at least 5 years. So I have the full pitch document saved in the old noggin. So first of all, you open. It's Christmas, if you can believe that. And the Doctor and companion, whoever that may be, it's up to you, exits the TARDIS and says, wow, it's Christmas. But then, tragedy strikes. An alien is there, not the Doctor, a bad alien this time. And the bad alien wants to destroy Christmas. And they can't have that. And they can't have that. And they have to find out. They go up to this alien and they say, who are you? Why do you want to ruin Christmas? And he says, I'm Boris Johnson and that's what I do. The end.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I'm getting the BAFTA.
And I mean, I worry that it's not relatable enough.
That's fair.
You know, I don't know if we can vibe with that at the moment. I feel like you need to reflect on something that's happening in real life.
That's good. It is a bit too out there, isn't it? You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board. Another 5 years.
Yeah.
We want to keep the people who still read the Daily Mail and voted Brexit watching, you know.
We don't want to lose that viewership, you know.
No.
And that's what happens when you put Jack on the spot. Good.
Yeah. Harry,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear some of your more brilliant original ideas.
My what?
Go. Say the things.
I remember somebody asked me this question a while back. So again, I will just use that. I'll just, pull
There's
it
a lot
out.
of cheating going on with your answers.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can allow this.
You just wait until the quiz Chibnall. I'm going to take all the answers from the show. And I think I came up with 3 ideas for kind of Arabian Nights anthology, but I'll just do one. It was like it took the whole, how animals can supposedly talk on the night before Christmas.
Is that
It
a
would be
thing?
that.
Is it?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I knew of it first from Beatrix Potter's The Tailor of Gloucester. Not the book, but the animated film, which is just the most beautiful piece of work, really stirring. And you get like cats and dogs and rats singing away into the night. So I would do that, but with Doctor Who, and the TARDIS lands, and there's like this badger, and this badger's like, I want to talk, but I can't. But he's got a little scalpel, like a sonic scalpel, and he goes up to the TARDIS and he's like, a dimensionally transcendental time machine from the planet Gallifrey. This has a translation matrix. And he cuts out a bit of the TARDIS like he's slicing a bit of cake. And he's got this lovely sort of Christmas package, and inside is the schematic of the TARDIS translation matrix. And he runs over to his little furry friends. He's like, well, hey, I've got the best present. Now we can all talk. And then they start talking, and they went, oh no, we all hate each other. And then they murder each other. And then Doctor Who comes along, and it's like, who's stolen a piece of my TARDIS? The ship is the damaged Chesterton. And then he takes the translation matrix box from the dead badger. It's like, oh, roadkill, is it? Mm-hmm. Incidentally, a Merry Christmas to all of you at home. And then he goes off in the TARDIS.
That is something I need to see. I need it.
We love stories.
We love stories here. We do. Wow. I don't know what to say.
Who would voice the badger? That's the thing.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes.
Gilbert Gottfried. There.
Yeah.
I've just now got this image of like Richard Herndl, First Doctor, like munching on roadkill towards the camera.
Goodness me, this isn't roadkill at all, Susan.
Oh, I need to season this a bit.
Oh,
Get me the cayenne pepper. Will follow that.
Okay, so I always struggle with Christmas themed ideas because it feels like any inclusion is just going to feel really hokey. So I'm just thinking, what's the use of a good story if you can't completely plagiarize it? So I'm thinking you get the current incumbent Doctor with their companions, but you do a shot for shot, beat for beat remake of Jingle All the Way. Where they have to get where the Doctor has to get the Turbo Man doll for their companion. But here's the unique selling point: you do it animated in the style of Raymond Briggs cartoons. You know, Father Christmas, the Snowman, the sort of the sketch. I don't know the exact technical term for it, but that type of hand-drawn animated style. So it's just the most corporatist plot with the most heartfult execution.
And get Jin Noodle to do the art style.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
I hate that I would watch this.
You're watching it and you're just thinking, this is so lazy, but there's so much work put into it. How is this the hypocrisy of Christmas and the existential crisis?
And that's what it's called, the hypocrisy of Christmas.
The existential crisis it would put in the audience and the viewer would last until the New Year's Day hangover.
I love that so dearly. I love all of your ideas, and I don't know how to beat them. I think the only way to do so would be to have I don't know. I think it would just be the Queen's speech, but at the end, Christopher Eccleston in full Doctor get-up materializes behind her and just hits her really hard. not necessarily around the face. That's not very festive. I mean, maybe just a very aggressive punch in the arm that says, "Get out of here!" Yeah,
it's a vaccine arm as well, which is like, oh,
yeah, the day after a booster.
God. Oh,
yeah, the Queen's a bit groggy, and imagine like if you're like a horrible monarch, and Christopher Eccleston walked in like the day after you'd had your booster. That's just the worst day. That is the worst day that could happen.
But you cannot run from Christopher Eccleston.
No, you can't. You can't. But also the whole thing is in that park where
Heaton Park.
Heaton Park. That's
nature takes.
She's climbing out the window, isn't she?
I mean, on that note, we're going to go into a very festive and a very different edition of everyone's favourite shelf. I don't know. I mean, we could do top 5 shelves, but we all know what would be top. It would be the DVD collection.
By the power of Grayskull.
The Unicorn and the Wasp or Love and Monsters?
Which one do you think I'll prefer?
No, I mean, which one do you want to watch first?
You are pulling my leg.
So we're all here. It's the DVD collection. Now, what I could do, which would be, I mean, very, very interesting, I'm sure, but I could just go and ask what these 3 guys would want to put in the DVD collection and pick one. Yay. But we're not going to roll like that today.
Oh.
The way we're going to roll is, don't sound disappointed. You're like, oh, God, I'm meant to be hyping this up, guys.
Yeah.
We're your wingmen, yes.
Yes. What we're going to do is we're going to go through our top 5 Christmas specials. And what we're going to do is go through them all one by one. We'll do our whole top 5s each. And we will determine through heated and aggressive discussion and maybe some fisticuffs what the highest placed one is. I mean, there is no discussion to that. I mean, the highest placed one is the highest placed one, and that wins. But, you know, we may have a tie on our hands. We never know. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to ask Jack first.
Yeah.
What are, going from number 5 to number 1, what would your top 5 Doctor Who Christmas specials be? And just to clarify, Feast of Stephen does not count, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry. But also the New Year's Day specials do count. When I say Christmas specials, I mean festive specials. So you can have Resolution.
Does that mean
that
Easter special counts? Planet of the Dead?
No.
That's technically Easter.
There's nothing special about that.
That's nothing special.
Got me there.
I've got a question. Does Spyfall
Will
Part
has a
1
question.
count?
No.
Okay, because it's not on my top 5, but I was just personally curious.
Do you think it counts?
Which
It's
one?
not really a special. Spyfall Part 1. Because it was technically
definitely.
episode 1 of a series, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I know quite a few friends who were quite annoyed that they went, oh, it's meant we've lost out on a New Year's Day special. I remember that caused quite a furore on the...
Yeah, well, Spyfall, you're out. I mean, would it have been in anyone's top 5 anyway?
No.
Of
It wouldn't have been in mine. So Jack, hit us. I mean, actually, should we do all of our 5s and then all of our 4s?
Oh yeah.
Then all of our 3s, then all of our 2s and all of our 1s. Let's do that. So Jack, your number 5 spot.
Well, first of all, if Dr. Widow and the Wardrobe appears in any of yours, shame. But number 5, I've gone with the Snowmen.
We're walking in the air.
I love it. I love the Snowmen. I don't know why, but I do. And that is all I have to say about the Snowmen. I just enjoy it.
Okay. I mean, in my, I won't tell you if either of these are in my top 5, but personally, I would put the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe above the Snowmen.
Wrong. Incorrect.
I'd put almost anything above the Snowmen, to be perfectly frank.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jack.
I've just had a lovely message from Zoom saying a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That is so much less editing.
Yeah, it's because I said the Snowmen.
It's the Snowmen on Steelbook.
It's the Great Intelligence. He's back, guys.
Basically, Zoom have just removed our 40-minute limit, which is really good for me.
Hooray!
It means you get it quicker.
The bevs in.
Old acquaintance be forgot. So we're celebrating now.
It's now 50 minutes.
That's Chris Chibnall in like 2017. It's now 50 minutes. Harry, such a niche joke. Sorry, Harry. What is your 5th spot?
I think I've done this wrong.
Oh, Harry, why?
Because half because I didn't look at the question properly, and half because I hate the television series that is Doctor Who. So at number 5, I've got the BBC One ident where the 10th Doctor finds the TARDIS in snow and then rides it with some reindeer.
That is good, though.
It's very good, but I think it means there's no way it's making it into our actual collective top 5.
I don't think it is, though.
No. And then at 4, I had that TV comic where the first Doctor fights a goblin and sets up Dapol and makes TARDISes. And at number 3, I had that videotape where Tom Baker and Mary Tam give K9 a drink. And at 2nd, I've got a figure adventure with some pigs and some Sontarans called Merry Christmas Doctor Who that my friend Stuart did. And at number 1, I've got the chimes a bit. I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, okay, number 1 I agree with, but Harry, you're right, mate.
No, I'm so sorry. Christmas is cancelled.
Right, what I'm going to do, Harry, I'm going to give you the time that it takes for me and Will to say our number 5 picks.
Time trial.
To draft up a top 5 as quickly as you can.
Me and Josh are famously good at tangents and talking a lot.
We can ramble, but I need quick work here, Harry. But I mean, also, I do just want to say, can we all agree that no matter what is said here, Chimes of Midnight
would be
top. It's top.
Oh, cool.
So Will, in as much time as you would absolutely like to take, please tell me what your number 5 spot is.
So I did initially have a tiebreaker between Invasion of the Bane from the Sarah Jane Adventures, because that did broadcast on New Year's Day, or The Return of Dr. Mysterio. But then I realized, that Invasion of the Bane, there's not a single Christmas tree in sight. So it had to be Return of Dr. Mysterio for my number 5. It's superhero-ness. Jack has just put, for those who podcast listeners, has just held up a notepad saying Will is wrong in very nice handwriting.
Yes, very lovely.
Very nice handwriting.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Jack. It's a superhero pastiche about 5 years too late, but it's one of my favorite Capaldi performances when he's just eating with chopsticks outside the safe door. It's very, very funny. And it's got a very nice ending. I thought it was a very fun, festive time that has nothing to do with Christmas, but I enjoy it.
Lovely. So it was The Return of Dr. Mysterio for you. I have to write these down because, we've got to figure out what's the best. You said The Snowmen.
Yes.
Harry, are you ready, or do you want me to do mine?
I've always been ready. I already had mine, Ranky. I just wanted to do the joke. I just wanted to do the joke.
You're such a little trickster. Oh, I love it.
Just trust issues, I guess. Adam, abound in this Zoom call now.
Grask. Pizza good.
Yes.
Closer and closer.
I mean, that's a contender as well. Does that count as a Christmas special?
Attack of the Grass.
I would.
Kind of.
And I mean that in more than one sense of the word. Sorry. Sorry. Harry, what's your number 5 pick?
My number 5 is The End of Time.
Ooh.
Bold choice.
It's a big one. That's a big one.
About that one.
Yeah. I mean, so are you counting parts 1 and 2 combined? I am allowing that. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll take that. That'd be lovely. Thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah. What's your general consensus on that? Because I see it as possibly the biggest gap in quality between 2 parts of a 2-parter that I've ever seen. Well, I think there's a good 5 points if you're scoring it out of 10 between the 2.
Yeah. Which one's worse?
Oh, part 1. Part 1 is no. Part 1 ain't it. Part 2, peachy.
Is it because it didn't have enough Donna?
Donna. Yeah. No, I do love Donna. No, I just don't vibe. I don't vibe. My number 5 pick is A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at one point I probably would have said was my favorite, but I'm rewatching New Who at the minute.
That's gone down then.
I love it. I still love it. I mean, I'd give this I love Christmas specials. These are all 8 out of 10 plus. So these are all top tier Who stories for me. They're all sick. and fun. Right. So I can't remember who started. Jack, was it you?
It was me.
It was you.
It was him,
Hello.
officer. Take him.
Stranger danger.
So please, I'm very sorry that I'm typing at the same time. I have to do the admin of the DVD collection to try and work out which is the highest placed. I mean, I could just take a break in a minute and work it out, but which is probably what I'm going to do. Jack, what is your number 4 pick and why?
Well, why? Well, that's a loaded question. So, I thought long and hard 5 minutes before this Zoom call about my top 5, and I came to the conclusion that I just admire the sheer balls of RTD being like, you know what? This is David Tennant's first go at being the Doctor. This is a Christmas special in bed the entire time, and like it shouldn't work. It should work. Any lesser Doctor, whichever one you want to put there, it would not work. But there's just something about his opening scene, right at the bloody end, and the rest of it is still very interesting with the cigarettes and the companions and Harriet Jones. It just shouldn't work, but it does, and I respect that.
So, which story is this?
Christmas Invasion.
Oh, there you go. I felt you weren't
It's Twice Upon a Time.
I wasn't sure
It
it was
is my
canon.
favorite. Yes, give it up.
Yeah, no, that is an admirable pick, and I'm just going to jump in here next if that's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I will because it's my podcast. Because mine is also the Christmas Invasion. It may not be my favorite of the Christmas specials, but it is my ultimate Doctor Who comfort story. I have probably watched it about 6 times this year already.
Wow.
I watch it constantly.
All in February.
Yeah, I did watch it, I believe, on New Year's Day, and I will probably watch it on New Year's Day again because it just makes me feel all comfy. Will, what's your number 4 pick?
So my number 4 is the sequel to the Christmas Invasion. It's The Runaway Bride, which
Runaway Bride.
Something like a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have been that fond of it, but I have rewatched it quite recently, and I think it really does hold up, especially just knowing the journey that Donna Noble would eventually take. And there is a reason why, when she was announced for the Series 4 companion, like the fandom collectively cringed. But I actually think that she's obviously she comes into her own, but I think she's really a really strong presence in The Runaway Bride, to be fair. It's aged really well, I think. The Rachnos is fun, even though it doesn't do anything, but it's a very impressive effect.
Makes for a great action figure, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I remember that
The
action figure so well.
Figure.
I need to find it. It's the
I wish.
the best
I envied
thing.
everyone who had that.
Jack, if I find it, I will give it to you. I will gift it to you.
Okay.
I will.
Mate, just put a ring on my finger, mate.
I will gift it to you for the small sum of £60. Anyway, Will, please continue.
No, I was just gonna, and that's that highway chase where Santa's a robot, the taxi on the M4, I think it is. It's one of the best Doctor action
Greatest Doctor Who moment.
It's in the top 50, I'd say.
I know. I've been watching. Really enjoying the series.
Little plug for Will's series. There,
no, I was
well
just off the top of my head. It's just in the top 50. But I love the Doctor's pulley systems and just how that TARDIS is falling apart with every movement. The spaceship doesn't do much flying. It's a great special. It's just a very fun time. I have fun with it.
Yeah, Santa's a robot. Oh,
I'm in my wedding dress. Yes, you look lovely.
It's just hilarious. It is so funny. I'm now looking at my list spoilers, why are you not here? But there's reasons. Harry, please gift to me.
I know, I keep doing that myself. I'm like, oh yeah, that's...
Yeah, it starts to shift. All is fluxed.
All is flux.
Whatever that is.
Oh, for flux.
So for number 4, I've got The Return of Dr. Mysterio.
Oh, this is doing better than I expected. What is your reason?
Yeah, not what I would think.
I mainly for the reason it was the first one my little brother Oliver watched, cozied up, and he really liked it. So I was like, yeah, I'll bung that on, because I can't remember anything that happens in it, but I like my brother. He's quite cool, so I'll go with that.
So if this special doesn't get onto the DVD shelf, it means we have like personally insulted your brother, right?
Well, he doesn't watch Doctor Who anymore. He's into Bionicle. He's into cool things.
So that is
greater
to be
pastures.
fair.
Yeah,
that is much cooler.
Yeah,
that is so much cooler.
The
I wish I was
names-
still into Bionicle.
We've been writing down the names of all of them. My God, they are so. They make Battle of Ranskorav Kolos look like your leapfrog. It's insane. The lore of this bloody thing.
Well, I wasn't expecting Bionicles to come up today, but that's.
Are you kidding me? I live, breathe Bionicle.
Yeah. And you put the Return of Doctor Mysterio on. We didn't really delve much into that. I mean, is it for similar reasons?
No,
Did you watch it with Harry's brother for the first time?
No, I think I watched it with my family, and we were all cringing all the way through it. But I think I've recently rewatched it. I think it might have been like in the last 12 months I've watched it for whatever reason, and just had a really good time with it. It was because I think there's so many Christmas specials which feel like they're kind of on autopilot. Or they just turn up to fill an hour of TV. I'm looking at you, Doctor the Widow in the Wardrobe, just wasting Bill Bailey. So yeah, and whereas I think even though it's not very festive and the references are a little bit like been there, done that. It's like, oh, how does Clark Kent not get recognized as Superman? Very clever. You're the very first out. But it's just fun. It is just a good time. It's just good telly. Even if it's not the best Christmas special, it's the 5th best Christmas special, holiday special.
Festive special, something special.
Yeah,
it's a special.
Yeah.
And where are we? 3.
You're in your house, Josh.
3. Yeah, I'm here. I'm currently drinking whiskey and Coke in this TARDIS mug, and I am slowly drifting from this podcast.
Is this a hint that somebody's chosen Last Christmas as one of their favourites?
Funny you should say that.
Oh my goodness.
Third on my list is Last Christmas.
Right, I'm cracking out the beer. Okay, right.
That is the most... that must be the best segue that Who Knew has ever had, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it, which is incredibly fitting, may I say. So yeah, Last Christmas is third for me. I think it's a bit bloody good. I watched it years ago and I thought, and then I rewatched it a couple of weeks ago. I'm just pouring myself a drink while we talk. I watched it a couple of weeks ago and I thought, geez Louise, Papa Cheese, this is the shit.
That's my ringtone now.
I just really like it. I think I mean Capaldi's great. Shona is the best companion that we never had.
Shona?
And
Who's
Shona?
Isn't she the one who was meant to be a companion, but then Jenna Coleman stayed on?
Yeah.
Bloody hell is Shona?
She's in Last Christmas. She's Northern. Yes. She dances with her eyes closed.
Sure.
Yeah, she was meant to be the new companion in Series 9.
Distraught.
I am. I think she would have been great. And yeah, it's just really good, and it's a bit sad, but it's also a bit happy. And I feel like that's just Christmas all over. Sorry if you can hear drink being poured again. Jack,
hello.
Why not? Let's go to you. Third.
Well,
hit me with it, baby.
You know, number 3, it fluctuated quite a lot. Originally, I had Christmas Carol in there. Then the more I thought about it, the more I didn't really like it. Oh, is it Jim? You're shopping. I'll do this.
A wild lady has appeared.
A woman in this call. Yeah, originally it was that. So now, after hearing just the most rousing review that I've ever heard, I've swapped it for Runaway Bride. You're not wrong. It's just a fun time. even the emotional beats work, even though again it probably like shouldn't. Catherine Tate, you wouldn't expect it from her, but it's just some of the most genuinely stupid funny moments in Doctor Who history. Like again, Santa's a robot. That shouldn't be funny. Out of anyone else's mouth, it'd be like, come on now. But no, I have nothing else to say, but it's funny. Leave me alone. I enjoy it.
It's the episode where they're just on the segways going down the corridor, and then they just take a moment to laugh at the situation.
Ah, yes.
It's very lovely.
I'm now going to mute myself as I quickly put away shopping. I'll be back.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but please go. That's fine.
But I'm changing hearts and shaping minds by the sounds of it.
Yes, you are. You've affected him so deeply. He's had to go take a minute. We'll do that because it sounds better than
he's doing a 2022 and not having a holiday special.
Yes, I like that. I like that. Jack is now self-isolating away from the Christmas special. Harry, please give me your number 3 pick.
It's the Runaway Bride. It's the
my lord!
It's a runaway success this evening by Jiminy.
I mean, I now feel left out that I didn't put it in. I feel like
peer pressure
convinced me that I should have put it in. It's probably like 7th, which is still pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, I still like it, but do you share similar sentiments to the other 2 fellows on the call?
Yeah, well, it's absolutely. They articulated how lovely and ridiculous it is, and I suppose it's also partly the nostalgia of seeing that taxi motorway chase at the Doctor Who proms. Do you remember that? They played that with. I think it was with the orchestra playing the soundtrack, which was lovely. And of course, Catherine Tate is. Because on the basis of that and everything she gave us in series 4, it's really lovely. I love how actually there's no course correction when you watch it. The Doctor and Donna are perfectly defined from the offset. I don't know if some people maybe think, oh, they toned it down or they amended it when she came back in Partners in Crime. No, it's absolutely just perfectly formed in that special. Catherine even gets to do a lot of the dramatic stuff as early as the Runaway Bride. She gets, we get to see her ingenuity as she sobs and gets them all to feel sympathy for her because they had the reception without her. She has her heart broken. She gets to rediscover, a sense of purpose in life from being with the Doctor and being in his sphere and looking out at the formation of the Earth from billions of tons of rock. It's great, and she's of course it's so instrumental to Turn Left, which is fantastic. It's it's improved with series 4, but on its own it's just great. It's just lovely.
Well, I mean, also Love Don't Roam is
by Neil Hannon.
It's a tune. It's a banger.
Even though, unfortunately, it is ripped off from The Snake. Because I listened to it in the car, the song The Snake, and I went, that's Love Don't Roam. And then I went, oh no.
Oh, that's a shame. What about Song for 10? That's not ripped off by anyone, is it?
No, as far as I'm aware, no. Murray can sleep. Maybe that's why we've not got the Series 10 soundtrack. He's been taken out.
Oh my god!
Because he got
Murray has been sued. Jack, you've come back to a discussion about copyright infringement.
Good, excellent.
So festive.
I just realised it's still the 3rd of December according to my calendar.
He's caught in a space-time trap.
No.
Join us in the eve of the Daleks.
Will, your turn. Hit me
for my number
one more time.
So my number 3, in case Jack wasn't here for it, so Harry chose Runaway Bride as his number 3. So it's the little bride that could, by the sounds of it. So my number 3, though, there is no Matt Smith special in my top 5. I've gone for another Capaldi. The Husbands of River Song.
The Husbands of River Song.
Because Right.
Yes.
Everyone focuses on like the last 5-10 minutes when they go to the Singing Towers, and it's beautiful. That's great. That's lovely. But don't slouch on the first half of that special either.
Quite right.
Like when he has to do surgery on the Emperor.
Greg
played
Davis
by
in that.
Greg Davis's shouty head. We've got a head in a bag is one of the best, funniest lines ever. Peter Capaldi reacting to the TARDIS properly. The super fan that is Peter Capaldi playing the Doctor and the companion at the same time in that scene is just, it's plain to see. Music's lovely. Alex Kingston, it's her second best performance, I think, as the character after Silence of the Library, Forest of the Dead. It's just a lovely special as well, and the closing moments, they all lived happily ever after. I think that's what it says at the end, the text on the screen in the cursive.
That was cute.
And it was also lovely as well in the Who Knew episode when you interviewed director Douglas McKinnon, Josh, as well, talking about putting that special together. But yeah, but no, it's a lovely story. It just, the first half just plug,
you just have that to hand.
He just has a plug ready. No, the first half fills me with joy, and the second half fills me with just lots of emotion. Lovely special.
And what a mad lad Stephen Moffat was for having a Doctor in Distress joke in the special before the series takes a break all through 2016.
Wait, hang on.
Where is the Doctor in Distress
I've
joke?
missed that.
Where is this?
The Doctor in Distress. Gather round, my children, round the fire. Come
Tell
on
me
now.
the story.
Papa.
Damsel in Distress. She takes out the little photographs of all the Doctors, and that's a little reference to Doctor in Distress, the charity single done when Doctor Who was taken off air for 18 months.
Someone answer his SOS.
I may need to move this to number 1 now instead of number 3. The list will stand.
Exterminate. Sorry.
Where's the Doctor?
Can we somehow put that song in the Hall of Fame?
Hans Zimmer is going into the corridor of fame now.
It's in the CD collection. There you go.
You know that masterclass trailer for his masterclass? I can tell you everything you need to know in one word. Doctor in Distress.
That's 3 words.
Shut up. I am Hans Zimmer, and this is my masterclass.
Wong.
And where are we again?
What's your number 3, Josh?
My number 3. Have I not done that? I did that last Christmas.
And last Christmas.
You did, yeah.
Sorry.
No, he didn't do it last Christmas.
Years ago, mate.
It was last Christmas. He did it this Christmas.
My attempt at mutiny just blew up in my face. I'm sorry.
It's now time for us all to do a number 2.
Oh, great. Hey. Just in time.
Harry, hit me with your number 2. Go ahead.
Number 2 is A Christmas Carol, starring Matthew Smythe as Doctor Who.
Well, that's doing it all right. I mean, it depends where it comes for other people, but it's had popped up twice. It's got a 5th and a 2nd. So we don't know. Oh, look at this fella just popping up with the impressions.
It's a disease. I'm sorry.
It's an impulsion.
Nervous tick.
Is there anywhere that people can watch your impressions?
No.
Oh. Like that. Anyway, that's lovely pick.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. I just think it's very, very good.
It's one of my favorite Murray Gold scores.
Oh, that's a very good shout. Yeah.
The version of I'm the Doctor that plays when he appears at Kazran's window. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I love it.
It makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and I feel like that's the
at the window. Sorry, I should stop. Sorry.
It's okay, no, please.
I want to hear Murray Gold's version of Doctor. It's just Love Don't Roam again.
Yeah. I'll go for my number 2 because this might be, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, because I don't know if any of these are going to pop up. That I believe, if you don't count The End of Time, the first non-Christmas special on this list It is a New Year's Day special,
Oh.
and it's
Invasion of the Bane.
It's Invasion of the Bane.
Invasion of the Bane. Drink it. Drink it.
No, it's those dastardly shouty boys. Well, shouty boy, just one of them. It's Resolution, because I think it's boss, and there is nothing. I feel like Chibnall has changed me in a way, and he has altered my DNA, and now on a New Year's Day, all I think of is Daleks. I am not wrong. Jack, stop putting messages on the screen. That's me.
I'm going to chime in here as well and say that Resolution is also my number 2.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
It's my number 2.
Validation.
So,
what I need.
But
Thank
it's okay
you.
because Jack's already got me being wrong in his notebook as well. So
I do, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, you don't even need to write a new message. In
There
fact,
we go.
and
Still
also,
wrong.
do you guys have the word Pearl Mackie in your notebook?
Oh, look at that.
Is Pearl Mackie also wrong?
Yeah, no, she's very right.
I enjoyed the special a lot.
Yes. Well, if this is being wrong, it feels good.
Yeah. If this is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yes, I don't.
Right, let me show you how to be right, because it's my number 2 now, boys.
Go on, Reevesy.
You know, it's been too long since I've seen a David Tennant. So, you know what? I watched it the other day, and despite an admittedly weird ending, specifically the bit where the Doctor becomes God or Jesus or something, Voyage of the Damned. I love it. I love Voyage of the Damned. It's stupid fun, but it's still got that emotion in there. It didn't have to do that Kylie Minogue ending, but it did, and I respect that. And you know what? Kylie Minogue, better than she should have been. When I heard she was in the special, I was like, sure, but now I'm like, oh, I'm sad for her death. Oh, it's a shame. I mean, Max Capricorn was shockingly bad, but
I like
else,
Max. I like Max. Max alone.
I love Max more for the fact that my mum, God bless her, was pregnant with twins at the time of watching Voyage of the Damned, so she had to watch it in bed, and she watched it on the little television in my grandparents' house. And after the episode finished, I said, "What did you think?" And she went, "I thought that it was going to be Davros who came out of the box." So I imagine
that would make for a very interesting twist.
Yeah, like just Doctor. It is I now have recruited robot angels for some reason.
Daleks suck now. It's all about the angels.
Davros is just on the Titanic for whatever reason with a shiny tooth.
Yeah.
My name is Dav. It really does that.
I love that. I love it. Yeah. Oh, Voyage of the Damned with that. Voyage of the Davros is an episode. I really want to see it. And it's that time, ladies and gentlemen, where we decide. I mean, first of all, we don't decide. I decide. I will work it out somehow. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do this yet. But in order to determine it, we need to hear everybody's number 1 all-time favorite festive specials. We'll start with Will. Will, hit me with it. What is your favorite all-time festive special?
Right, honestly, in the same way how all artists should have just given up with like after they watched cavemen like drawing on like cave walls and stuff, the first time it was done they already perfected it, the Christmas Invasion.
Oh,
but
great.
But I'm going
to put it number 1.
It is, but I'm going to agree with Jack from earlier. Just the cojones on Russell T Davies for the average length of your normal episode, the Doctor's just in bed, just unconscious
in his gym jams.
Exactly. Yeah, just the massive behemoth balls of Russell T Davies. Like all of the roads in this country on this island were formed by Russ T Davies just walking down the road, just walking. Okay, just the size of the cojones to do that move. Okay, it was so very brave, and I have no idea how they knew it was going to work before they brought it to the cameras. But the Santas, the Christmas tree, which the Christmas tree of death is like, you could cut that scene out and lose nothing at all, but it's still fun and it's still there. The Sycorax are a lot of fun, and I really wish they'd return. There's a lot of untapped potential in that society. I think they're really fun. A sword fight, the Satsuma, no second chances, because iconic moment after iconic moment. Song for 10 at the end as well, when he's in the massive TARDIS wardrobe.
I forgot about that at the end.
Elter.
Yeah, and just when he arrives at that Christmas dinner at that table, and he's in costume, Rose looks up and sees him, and they just share that smile. I just think it's lovely as well how it's kind of a domesticated Doctor, because there was the whole World War III ending when they said, no, I don't do domestic, let's not have dinner with your mum. And there he is on Christmas Day dinner with the Tyler.
I guess he really did let her simmer in the end.
Exactly, yeah. So she is the turkey in the oven. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So
things have gone wrong.
Christmas Invasion is wonderful. I love it.
I very much like that pick. I mean, one thing that I forgot to mention up top is, I mean, you know, the way that the DVD collection works. We've had a lot of episodes in there already, and there is one Christmas special in there already, which is the Christmas Invasion. Ooh. So technically, it can't win this. So, I mean, it's
in it again.
Does it get promoted to like the Blu-ray or something?
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll give it steelbook status.
Becomes part of the Who Knew collection box set.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if the Christmas Invasion wins next year
for twice the price.
Yeah, it becomes a steelbook if it wins for a third time.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's, yeah. I mean, if it wins, and then we'll just put the second place in. So that's what we'll do if it wins. Which it's in with a good shout of doing, depending on what Harry Draper says next. So, Harry, what is your all-time favourite festive special?
Right. My number one is The Doctor, The Widow, and The Wardrobe. No, it's not.
I would have loved that.
Don't do that to me, man.
I would have loved it.
At first, I thought like the heart palpitations then, but then I realised no, it's just the beer. It's not now.
I'm an apologist. I think I'm a Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe apologist. I don't think it's great. I just don't think it's that bad either. And I just think it makes, again, it does what Christmas special's meant to do. It's
flag of forest.
Don't make me tap the sign.
For audio listeners, Jack has just raised the sign that says Josh is completely correct.
Yeah, and for the podcast listeners, Josh is recording this episode on a fence.
Yes,
just right in the middle.
Oh,
tough being the host, isn't it?
They're ganging up on me. Harry, please save me.
I will do it properly now. It's the Christmas Invasion, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. Just because I really like that couple behind. Yeah, I know. I just love that couple behind the four of them who spin around.
No,
I'm not sure what you mean.
If you watch it again, there's two people, right? David Tennant and Billy and Camille. He was in the Quizmas experiment live, and he was in Taking Over the Asylum. He did a few big finishes, but when he comes out onto the snow and he's like, "Oh, it's ash that's falling from the atmosphere, Rose." Exactly like that.
I've got no word for that.
There's from Jack, the king of impressions. Here comes the court gesture. If it's my last chance to say it.
Okay, you're the only one I haven't seen drinking alcohol. Are you I'm
actually a teetotal. This is just, I walked into the library one day and my friend Abigail said, "Why are you walking like that? Are you drunk?" And I went, "No, I've never touched alcohol." And then I fell over. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So when you look at David, Billy and Camille and they've come out on the snow, you can see there's a couple, there's a man and a woman, and they're so overjoyed and they start spinning around, they're doing that, and I just love seeing them, and it's like, I love you.
So can I just clarify? That's your reason that it's your favourite festive special ever?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fine, I'm in. Well, the Christmas Invasion is at the top.
Hooray!
Obviously, we know that it can't be at the top of Jack's or my list. So, I mean, the Christmas Invasion has popped up in everybody's list, which is, again, completely pointless because it cannot win. But Jack, please gift us. Actually, no, you know what? I'll save the best to last.
That's fair.
I'm gonna dump my steaming turd of a pick on your no, I don't know why I said that. Mine is one that's already been mentioned. It is a near perfect episode of Doctor Who. Again, one of my favorite episodes ever, one of my comfort episodes. It is the Husbands of River Song.
Very nice.
Yes. Harry, I noticed that you were cheering for the Husbands of River Song. You didn't fancy giving it the same energy and putting it in your top 5?
No, I was just cheering because I was mouthing the Husbands of River Song before
Oh,
you
were
said
you?
it. So I was cheering for myself, not for the Husbands of River Song. Sorry.
It's
such a
the Husbands
stroke
of
my
River
ego.
Song. Will summed it up better than I ever could. I just think it's bloody brilliant and it's really, really fun. And fun fact, on my birthday, Jess threw a little Doctor Who themed lockdown day for me. It was just us two in the house in lockdown.
You went to
my
the
last
Singing
birthday.
Towers.
Yes, of
turn up with a
Darillium,
new
yes.
haircut and a suit.
I paid for
24
a man
years.
to build a
You
Chinese
saved
restaurant.
her consciousness. You saved her consciousness on a sonic device so that
The only way
you
to do
could
it.
Yes,
reboot her.
and I put her in a computer with that woman who married Elon Musk twice.
Who's in Silence of the... No, not that. Didn't Elon Musk marry the actor who played Miss
Evangelista.
How funny
Twice.
is that? Oh,
Twice.
I thought you meant the child.
No.
Don't
not
scare me
Cal.
about Cal.
Elon Musk did not marry
Or
Cal
Doctor Who.
twice.
As far as we know.
Yeah, you never know. But yeah, Jess said at the end of the day, she just went, now you can just put whatever episode of Doctor Who you like on. And I was like, what do I pick? There's a lot of them. And I was like, I just want something that makes me feel happy. So I picked the Husbands of River Song. Yeah, I picked the Daleks Master Plan. And we sat there for all 12
We're going to say Feast of Stephen.
Yes.
Yeah.
She got it just for you. All 12 episodes.
Yes. Well, there you go. That's my top pick. And Jack, please round us off. Take us home.
Well, before I do, I'm curious. What is currently second place?
What for you?
No, just as a whole. What is currently second place? So I know if I can tip the balance here.
I haven't worked it out yet.
I guess it would either be maybe Husbands of River Song or The Runaway Bride.
Probably.
I think it would probably be maybe The Runaway Bride.
In that case,
I don't know.
ladies and gentlemen, my number 1 pick is Husbands of River Song, baby! It's so good!
Baby.
It's so good. Capaldi's specials, for the most part, in my personal opinion, suck eggs. But flipping Husbands of River Song is incredible. It's so much better than it has any right to be. My only gripe is Nardole is not funny yet. He takes a few more episodes to get there, you know.
He's anti-Donna in that Donna was so perfectly formed in The Runaway Bride.
Yeah, this is everyone always throws that at Donna, like she was a completely different character in The Runaway Bride. No one ever mentions that Nardole is not Nardole at all.
I thought you were about to say he was a cuck.
No, you were going to say an even worse word.
Yeah, no, he's not a cook. The Doctor's a little bit of a cook.
He's a bit, isn't he? He's a dirty little boy.
I'll make you some pancakes, sir. Oh no, they're on the
Husbands of
ceiling
River
again.
Song. It's so much better than it has any right to be. And I love it. The ending is perfect, but also all of the comedy. I like the weird head creatures now that they're in a good story. But, Husbands of River Song.
Well, there we go. I mean, we've finished off, and I mean, we're going to take a very brief break. I mean, you're not going to notice this at all. This is just going to be me clicking my fingers, and when I'm back, I will announce who is going what episode.
It's going to be a bit like the Husbands of River Song, where the Doctor appears at the site of the restaurant before it's built, and then makes an appointment, and then comes back hundreds of years later to fulfill. Yeah, it's going to be like that.
Exactly. So I'm just going to click my fingers. Oh, what a smooth segue that was.
The doors are shut.
Yeah. What?
The Doctor Who thing doesn't. When. But why that didn't work in Dark Water? I don't. Sorry, Josh.
All the best jokes need a bit
Sorry.
Right. We've done some maths. I've tried to work it out, and I've half given up halfway, but I am 99% certain that the winner of the best Christmas special.
Now I never know if he was right.
Special, and and going straight into the DVD collection is the one, the only, the Husbands of River Song, which I'm incredibly happy about. I love that. So are you guys happy? I mean...
Yeah, it's very happy, because didn't Dalekium, our good friend Dalekium, say, "Oh, can you endorse my new BBC Two show, The Cookbook of River Song?" So now we can do that.
Tweet that. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's plug something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The Cookbook of River Song. Yeah.
I was a tad bit worried that because you did the maths while slightly inebriated, Josh, that you would have thought, "Oh, Revolution of the Daleks" has randomly popped up here.
Oh no!
I am not inebriated, and I don't know what that means. No, I'm not drunk. I've just had one.
If you get pulled over by police and he's like, "Roll down your window," and he's like, it's electric one. It's an electric window.
Yeah. It's, also, I don't have a car. So
yeah, you're in the street just walking like that. Sorry, am I going over the limit?
No, officer.
I can safely say that I would never drink and pod. I would never do such a horrible thing. Anyway, The Husbands of River Song is in the DVD collection.
Hooray!
Hey.
So we're going to head over to again a festive bloody Twitter, and we're going to just pick up a few random little discussion topics, and we're just going to have a fun little chat for a while before you all know what's coming. You know, it's the quiz. So for the second time of the episode, David, take it away again.
For God's sake! Bloody Twitter!
So the next discussion topic, which is a fun one, from @FryFurFringe. This is hard to say. FryFurFringe 44.
Does he smell the blood of an Englishman?
Yes, I believe he does. Their question is, which Doctor or TARDIS team would you most want to spend Christmas with?
Ten and Donna. Ten and Donna. If it's not Ten and Donna, then who else?
Amy and Rory with the Ood from Pond Life.
Oh, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. That is a very good
conflict.
Shout.
Yes,
that is good.
Harry,
I'd fancy the Eighth Doctor and Dr. Grace Holloway, and then if I eat too much food and I get a heart attack from cholesterol, Grace can save me, and
too much plum pudding.
The Eighth Doctor could do the lip-to-lip resuscitation.
Well,
Lovely.
we've all learned something about Harry this day.
Yes,
We love
have.
stories.
We love stories.
And if Harry doesn't survive the night, Grace goes to the hospital and the boss says, this really was a double exposure on this X-ray.
I mean, my pick, and I'm going to take some liberties here, would be the 13th Doctor, Yaz, Dan, and Joseph Williamson. Because
the Mad Mole.
I just want the Mad Mole to just, but I don't want him there all the time. I want him to be cooking, so he pops out of the kitchen at random intervals and just talks about the flux. That's what I'd want.
Carvanista's like rolled up in front of the fireplace.
Oh yeah, and I can go
cuddles.
and scratch his little belly. And
then he tells you to bugger off.
And Belle and Vinda can be there. We don't quite know why or what they had to do with it, but they were there.
With their as yet unborn child.
But it's ideal because Joseph Williamson will be cooking and he's like, oh no, I forgot to put the roast potatoes on. They take like an hour to cook. So he goes into the other tunnel and that's like an hour in the future. Oh, potatoes are done.
Oh, his timings are great.
Practical.
Timings are great until he walks into door 9 and the parsnips die. And also I think the as yet unborn child is actually the spirit of Christmas.
Isn't that right, Tamagotchi? Or whatever that bloody thing was called.
Baby Bell.
Yes. Isn't that right?
Baby Bell.
Isn't that right, Pokemon Go?
No, yes, don't eat the baby bell. But her child is so delicious, Doctor.
Yeah. So there's your question, Fee Fi Fo Fum. The next one is from @orangefunk_. Their question is, which version of the Master do you think would give the best Christmas gifts? And I also want to add something to that. What do you think their gift to you would be? Jack, you take us away. You go first.
Well, let's see here. I don't think Delgado would. He'd be a bit pants. Ainley might do, but it'd be a prank. Let's see who else is there. War Master would just shoot you with a gun, probably. Sim, it would be like a Jack in the Box, but instead of the Jack, it's again a knife, probably. Missy, she'd probably try and do something nice, but then when she gives it to you, she slaps you just to be like, no, I'm actually still evil. And then Sacha Dhawan is there also. So probably, I love Sacha Dhawan, I should mention, but I'm still confused by him. Probably Missy, because she would try to be nice. She's trying her best, but she wouldn't do it. And the gift would probably be a confession dial box, but it's got chocolates in it. So it's like, you're gonna die, but also chocolates.
Or like an explosive chocolate orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Will, what Master do you think would give the best Christmas gift?
It's got to be John Sims' Master when he's not necessarily the gift itself, but he would be the cook. Like he would be there, like, oh, cheese and chips and meat and gravy and the pork beef. Like that would be him. He would eat all of the Christmas dinner, and thankfully he would be so full that he wouldn't kill you. He would like sleep next to Carvanista by the fire. As he tries to make himself smell of the food to avoid the scent of the Doctor.
Okay,
you just start
I like that. I mean,
so, yeah,
the only issue there is that you then have to do gifts after you've eaten, and I mean, to me, that's a sacrilege. Gifts must be done in the morning.
Oh,
so you must die on Christmas
I wasn't
morning
aware of
before
this
you eat. So, I mean, what depends where you stand on it, though, Will.
Okay, no, I agree. The order has been compromised, but it's for you.
I don't think you've thought about this.
It's for your survival. It's for your survival, though. That he would bestow upon you a master race, I guess. Because wasn't there something in The End of Time? Because that had like 50 plot threads that didn't go anywhere. When the guy, Naismith, is that his name? Who's got the book?
Yes.
He's got a daughter, and there's something wrong with the daughter, and the master's trying to help with that or something. Whatever the daughter's got,
You just want
that
to
the
be
master's,
immortal, I think.
yeah, whatever he's going to give to the daughter, that's the present. And I don't know what that was.
Oh, the immortality gate.
Okay, so was it? Okay, it was immortal. Yeah, he gives you immortality, but there's some like weird, ironic punishment with it.
You also become John Sim in that case, which is it's a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Just before we move on, Jack, what was in your mouth just then? Are you eating chocolates during my podcast?
I would never.
You think that's an acceptable
I
thing
consider
to do?
that rude, that you would even assume that I would eat chocolates in the pod. I'm a professional. I would not.
They're soft centers. They're his favourite. Peter Cushing reference.
I'm gonna start snacking during the podcast as well. I'm gonna start snacking on my supply of Purina Go Cat food.
On Go Cat.
Tuna and herring mixed with vegetables.
Oh, herring. That is actually quite good.
Nutritious.
Yum. Who hasn't? Harry, you haven't answered yet.
I would like a gift from the objective best master, which is Jonathan Pryce, from The Curse of Fatal Death. And I would like, in a lovely box, one of those Dalek etheric beam locators.
Yes.
And I've always wanted one of those because I do regularly need to detect ion charged emissions. So it's very practical. And if the Jonathan Pryce master wants to put one in a box, that's fine. If he wants to come up to me with them adorned on his lovely front, that is also acceptable.
They're incredibly firm too.
Yes, he could dance for me, and that would be nice.
Yes. What you would want is, I believe, Oscar-nominated actor Jonathan Pryce to proposition you with etheric beam locators.
I mean,
don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The alternative is Eric Roberts giving you an Asian child. And that's and I can't get in trouble because that's a direct quote. Okay.
Wow.
So we have chocolate. We have exploding chocolate. We have Dalek boobs, and we've got immortality that turns you into John Sim. I don't know. That's an interesting selection, I'd say. I'd hate to see them under the tree.
Yeah, not good to go under the tree.
It's just a master like this, like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Yes, lying in front of the fire with Carvanista. My pick for a gift that I would like from a master would be from James Dreyfus, and the gift would be to shut the fuck up. There you go.
Hey!
That's the gift I'd like. And
last Christmas I had to watch him in Gimme Gimme Gimme, and he's not very good. Like approximately the
what did he want to give
stuff.
You?
Yeah, it's just such a terrible performance.
Gimme your dreadful opinions.
Yeah.
And I would also like from Anthony Ainley some lingerie.
Oh.
I would also want it delivered in the car from
Destiny of the Doctor.
Get to move on, Slowpoke. I didn't know what to say until that point. Oh, I'm glad you threw in the car, because otherwise that was just a very uncomfortable silence.
Well, that's what Who Knew is all about. Uncomfortable silences.
Not for the guests.
It's like that.
Stay
It's like
for
that
the
scene.
uncomfortable.
It's like that scene from Elf when Buddy gives his dad a gift to someone special, and it is festive lingerie.
It's that, but it's with me and Anthony Ainley.
Yeah,
in a car.
Yeah. So our final question is from a good friend of the show.
Yeah, please segue from this.
Yeah, I will. On the topic of lingerie, Ben at Real Enthusiast. There you go. There's his segue. Wilfred Mott, Graham O'Brien, and Dan Lewis walk into a bar. What do they talk about? He's also put, also Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Ben.
Oh,
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas! Hey.
So, I mean, take it away. Will, you go first. What do they talk about?
God, honestly, I'll come up with something funnier in a moment, but I just imagine they talk about the footy. They talk about
It would just be the
Yeah,
footy,
that's the
wouldn't
most
it?
realistic.
it would just be
Yeah.
the most laid back, friendly conversation, and there's no animosity. They each buy each other around, thus like nullifying the whole point of giving people a round of drinks and stuff because they're paying for the
Yes.
same anyway. But it's okay because they're friends.
Mhm.
But I can imagine Wolf comes in like moonwalking in his antlers, like it's Christmas. Bradley Walsh does the old soft shoe shuffle. The entrance into the bar or the pub, wherever they're going, is the most interesting part of the night.
Yeah, I love
Dan
that.
would do that run with his frying pan.
You would get the little
Yes.
shuffle. Yeah,
Yes.
he's
I
going to
like
walk
that.
right out of here.
I'm actually going to add something in because someone did also tweet like, why is Brian Williams not invited for a special edition of Brian's log? So
He's watering
Brian,
hands.
yeah, Brian is also here.
He's actually now a really famous YouTuber, so he comes in with his like GoPro, like, "What's up? It's your boy Brian." Back
Like,
at it again
share,
with the pub.
subscribe.
Smash that like.
I like that. I like that. The pub gone wrong. But yeah, I think other than
You
that,
won't believe what Dan's drinking with his dog.
Well, you wouldn't believe it if you'd look at certain fan art.
18 plus.
Yeah.
This has taken a turn.
We love uncomfortable silences. And that was bloody Twitter. So thank you to everybody who submitted questions and topics. We've now got the final segment of the show.
Oh no!
But don't worry.
We'll find it and then assemble the whole key, and then we'll give it to the White Guardian.
Yes, and the Armageddon factor this time is the holy mama of segments, because it's not just Quiz Chibnall. It's Quiz Chibnall's Quizmas quiz.
At least it's spelt with a C, not a K.
Yeah, come on, guys. It's the theme tune's on. You can't hear it, but let's dance anyway. Come on. No one's. Yes. Thank you. It's Quiz Chibnall's Christmas quiz, and I'm surprised I can still say that. What
or KKK for short.
No, it's Q. It's QCQQ. QCQQ. Will, come on.
No.
It's
We just out Will as a racist.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be that uncle at the Christmas table, okay?
So Brexit, am I right?
I'm taking that bullet for everyone, right?
Please don't. Right. So we have a number of questions here. In particular, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I should have counted them before. We have 14 questions. And
more maths.
They are each relating to a different Doctor Who festive special.
Oh, God.
So I would urge everybody who is involved in this quiz to grab a pen and paper. And if you are listening at home, please grab a pen and paper as well. And let me know how you do. Will,
I wasn't told.
How dare you not come prepared with something I didn't tell you to prepare?
I was going to say, were you folks prepared?
I've got my J notepad.
Well, I'm ready. Because I'm the quiz master.
Right. I guess
this
I'm
is
just
very
going to
much
have
like
to draw on this
Smithy
Beth and Janoodle.
Don't do that.
That's going to be a rare collector's item, William.
Imagine.
It's like you
You
pull
start
out like an
off by-
original used script from like, I don't know, one of the most famous episodes of all time, like Blink. Like, oh, this was screen news. I'm just gonna jot on this quiz.
I found Marco Polo, but I had to write on it for the quiz.
And then there wasn't
really
enough
like-
space on that, so I just got my passport, my birth certificate. I just started using them.
There's a random pen on the floor over there. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I think it's very fitting that we start this podcast by promoting creators' work and we end it by defiling it. So, Will, are you now ready? Does the pen work?
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Right.
Nice and neat.
So we have a number of questions. Each one is about a different festive special. We're going to run through all of the questions so you can play along at home. You can write down your answers and you can tweet me a picture if you like. Don't cheat because that's just weird. You don't win anything. So,
but I won't win.
But these guys technically do win something. So what these guys win, the winner of this quiz gets to put
A car.
a a speedboat. Gets to put a person of their choice in the corridor of fame. So there's a lot on the line here, and we will find out who everybody was going to submit because it will just be heartbreaking for the two people who don't get in. So I hope your picks are good and justified. But we're going to start off with question number 1. In the Christmas invasion, within how many hours of his regeneration can the Doctor still heal himself?
Oh no.
Oh no, Jack. I'm not saying that you're not, clever. I just got the vibe that you won't struggle. From what I know of you,
Finish that sentence. Yeah.
You may struggle under the pressure of a quiz. How do you feel about that?
Fucker, I'm gonna win.
This is what I'm all about. I'm all about motivation. I'm a people person. Well,
I'm
it
gonna
should.
cry later.
You need the hard treatment. You eat chocolate
Christmas,
on my podcast.
everyone.
This is what you get. Have you all written down your answers?
Yep.
Great. Question number 2. In The Runaway Bride, what song do the robot Santas play as they kidnap Donna, just as they played the year before?
Was this also plagiarized?
I really didn't expect music copyright claims to become a major part of this podcast.
No, you never do. It's how they get you.
This song has actually gone on to appear in multiple Christmas specials since. So
is this a Murray Gold song or just a Christmas song?
I would love to tell you, but I am also the quiz master. That is the opposite of my job.
All right, I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Jack, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure.
Question number 3. Voyage of the Damned became the most watched Doctor Who episode since 1979. But what was the 1979 story that it didn't beat?
Yeah.
So we're looking for an episode of Doctor Who from 1979 that is, to this day, the most watched episode of Doctor Who.
Christopher Eccleston was the Doctor in the 70s, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Could I just ask a quick question, Josh?
That's my job. I ask the questions. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you need the specific episode of the specific story?
Nah, the story. Just the story.
Yeah, because I was going to do, is it episode 2 or episode 3?
That's fine. I mean, if you want to show off, you won't get bonus points. But if you want to show off...
No, I genuinely don't know that much.
You'll be showing off if you know anything about the next Doctor. If you remember anything about that story.
Oh, yeah, yes. That was a Christmas special. I forgot that existed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that didn't win then.
A Massive Loaf and Death was on that year, and it's like...
pinnacle of Wallace and Gromit content.
I knew Christmas was coming when Aardman on their Facebook revealed their Christmas schedule for what they're going to be showing on TV for the next week.
That's so good.
Christmas is here now.
I need chicken wrong. So the next question, are we all ready? We all ready?
Yep.
Question number 4. Question number 4. In surprise, surprise, the next Doctor.
How does he know?
Jackson Lake's wife is murdered, but what was her name?
Oh God!
All I need is the first name. All I need is the first. Did you just say Jacksonette?
Yeah.
It sounds like an instrument.
You have my daughter, Isabella. Is it Isabella? Or is it Dorabella?
I like what you're doing here, Josh, where it's each Christmas special in order.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you feeling like a frisky little dirty boy? I like it.
Yeah.
I've said that before.
Yes, I finished writing this quiz 8 minutes before I joined the call. But you know, I still think it's fun.
Right. Okay. I've narrowed
tough.
this question. I narrowed the answer down to girls' names. That's about as close as I'm getting to the answer. I think.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad we've narrowed that down. Will has gone very quiet and very confident.
He's got Google open.
He's got Google.
No, because I've put a Christmas pun in it, and I'm just hoping for the best. Because it's
terrible.
basically, what would I do if I was writing a random unseen wife's name, and I'd do a pun.
Okay.
Also, Winnie's here as well. My cat
Sure.
Winnie. So I might
Winnie!
Ho ho ho!
Winnie's here.
Merry
It's a
Christmas.
Christmas miracle.
Here we go.
A Christmas cat. My kitten is not here because she would be eating my face. And
Getting that. I was just
podcast.
about to say.
Please don't say "get in that pussy."
Oh, you said it. Oh,
Not in front of my cat. Cover her ears. Cover her ears.
Winnie.
Yeah.
I'm very, very sorry. There we go. Now I can say that there was 5 special guests. That's
All
not
for the
5. That's
views,
4.
baby.
I don't count. The next question. Are we ready? Yeah.
I'm ready.
Are you all ready at home? You can't.
Yes.
I can't hear your answers. In A Christmas Carol, what was the name of the town in which the story is set?
If it's called like Dickinsville or something like that,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't think I would have got this.
Oh, good. That fills me with confidence.
The town of great expectations.
Yes. How you doing, Jack?
Oh, I'm doing so good.
Good. Has my
Yeah.
motivation worked?
You know what? I've put joke answers mostly, so you know, don't expect much from me. Just I'm here to have fun.
Also, can I just take a break from the quiz? Are you wearing a Toby Carvery Christmas jumper?
Goddamn right.
That is incredible.
I'm
and
a
I
super
need
fan
it.
of Toby Carvery. I love Toby Carvery.
Merry Roastmas. Oh, I need that. I need it.
It's so good. It's so comfy. And I get like whenever I go to Toby Carvery, which is always for my birthday, because it's the best restaurant, they always like looking good. And I'm like, God damn right.
Look how Josh wants everything, including the jumper off your back.
Well, you're welcome to yeah.
Hey.
Now
I mean,
that's a different kind of podcast.
I know that you own a Who Knew shirt, and I'm devastated that you're not wearing it.
That's true. I'll be honest. If I hadn't just come in from work, I would have been wearing that. I assure you, I would have been wearing it. I think it's actually in the wash. I think I've already worn it this week. It's very comfortable.
It's not
in
an
the store
excuse.
now. Can I get an extra point for that? Because I'll need it.
Yes, yes, you can. If you want to plug my merch, you all get an extra point.
So the town in A Christmas Carol was called the Who Knew podcast store.
Yes. The answer to this question
I
is
don't
a
actually have
discount
an
code
answer.
to get 10% off. Come on, Jack, give us an answer. Come on, write one down, and then we can all move on. We're all waiting.
There you go.
There we go. Right, question number 6. In everyone's favourite Christmas special, The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, what significant from what significant planet did you just burp? Chocolate
Will.
and burps. Jack. This
Oi!
is...
I mean,
This is-
Jack said it was me, so it must have been me. I'm
It was
sorry.
Will. It was Will. I saw it.
I sincerely apologize, everyone.
We'll blame it on Winnie. It was Winnie.
It was Winnie. Yeah.
I think there's a bit of gaslighting going here, Will. I think you're
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
you're the scapegoat.
Jack, I love that.
Sorry, what
I
was
love
question
that. You've
6?
redeemed yourself. Question number 6 is
Significant something?
in The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. From what significant planet from Classic Who are the Harvesters from? And I must clarify, I need you to be specific.
What year did that come out? Was that like 2012?
2011.
2011. It's the 10th anniversary this year.
Oh, happy
Ooh,
birthday.
yay.
I was just trying to think of when the last time I watched it was. 2011. I just don't. I see one image of that kid with the glasses, and I'm like, yeah, not watching that again. I'm good.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that C.S. Lewis? Why
That
didn't they
should have
change
been
the time
C.S.
period?
Lewis. They should have done a time lash. They
And
should
this
have done a
is
time lash.
The weird thing is, in 2010, they did a Doctor Who magazine comic strip called The Professor, the Queen, and the Bookshop, which was the 11th Doctor in a Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe pastiche, and it's 1,000 times better. Why did Stephen Moffat not go, I will adapt this for the telly, it will be clever?
He did it enough times. I mean, isn't that basically Blink? Didn't Blink come from
Blink
a comic
was
as
based
well?
on a story
A Christmas
from
comic.
the
Wasn't it a
Doctor Who
Christmas
annual,
comic?
the Doctor Who annual 2006 with Christopher Eccleston, What I Did on My Christmas Holidays by Sally Sparrow.
Lovely. Back to Christmas. So yeah, I must say to you guys and to everyone at home, the answer for this, I do need you to be specific, because there is a generic answer that you could give.
Yeah,
I
and
need
it's
to be specific.
yeah, there's a little bit in there, but like it could go either way.
I feel like I have the wrong answer, but I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Question number 7. In The Snowmen, we see Victorian Clara's birthday on a tombstone.
I swear to God, Josh.
What is significant about this date?
Oh, okay.
I mean, you've
So,
got
For a second, I was going to
work
kill
out
you.
5 chance.
Yeah, I mean, if I was just asking for the birthday, but now you know that it's a significant date. What would it be?
Do you need the year or just what's significant about?
Just I mean, if you got the date, that would work, and if you got the significance of the date, that also works.
It happens to be the day that character was born. That's what was significant about it.
And they are the most important character in the universe.
Yeah.
No, stop. No, she's
They're
not.
they're Jesus.
Wait, she is. It's the same.
Jesus Christ. Clara was actually Jesus Christ. That was cut out of the Great Intelligence, like the ending bit in Name of the Doctor. That was she is actually Jesus Christ.
Jesus Oswin Christ.
She was
Well,
like,
you clever cross.
a bit like Blackadder in that Blackadder time travel special.
Yeah,
where
I love that
Yeah,
special.
Shakespeare invents the ballpoint pen because of Clara.
Someone needs to make a Doctor Who poop edit of that that special with just Clara. I'm running faster than I can ever believe. Oh, the ballpoint pen. I need that. I need
Shakespeare,
that in my
you're
life.
about to make a very big mistake.
Have we all got answers written down?
Yes.
Hey.
Lovely. This one I think could be tough. I don't know. I
Oh,
think
yeah?
they're all quite tough. In The Time of the Doctor, the wooden Cyberman does not say delete. What does it say?
Tree. Shit. I watched it quite recently too. I forgot the wooden Cyberman was in it.
Why? It's the best bit.
Is
It's
it?
not the best bit. No, the best bit is the Dalek tank.
Oh, the bit that was in it for one shot. Yeah.
The giant plunger. Why? It's beautiful. I hate it. I love it.
Is it meant
I
to be
want
like
to
one of
kiss
those
it to
toy
death.
guns where you've got sticky,
Yeah.
like sticky, yeah, and it like they fire it and it just squashes a house.
Oh, I forgot about that
I
one.
like that. I
want to
really
kiss
like
it.
that idea. Come on.
Is it like one word? Is it a
Do this.
sentence? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, it's I'll give it's he doesn't it doesn't say delete. It says another phrase instead.
Excellent.
Another like catchphrase.
Right.
Feeling very confident about this one.
Oh, good. I'm glad one of us is.
Ooh, Carlisle bringing out the big guns. I like it. I like it. The confidence. Jack, are we ready?
Nailed it.
We're
Honestly,
ready.
correct.
Okay. Question number something.
Oh yeah, there's
9?
Nine, it is. Yeah.
9.
Yeah, get in the church.
In last Christmas. Sorry, the Coke bottle on my desk just popped.
Sponsored.
Yes, sponsored by the Who Knew merch store. In Last Christmas, the creatures in said episode were commonly referred to as dream crabs. But what is their actual name?
Oh,
it's not dream crab.
You've asked this before.
Might be. Someone had. I don't know if it's me.
I think
someone has. It was in a quiz, and I remember. I thought
you're not even sure.
Well, no, because I know. I remember thinking I can't answer this either. I mean, maybe I answered it last year. Or maybe I answered it last year. I don't know. It's a hard one. This I wouldn't have got it. But good luck, guys.
I'm so jealous of Jack because he's going to have all the funny comedy answers, and I would do funny comedy answers, but I have a childish impulse to have to win, so I have to be serious for once.
See, funny, I've got a childish impulse to not try.
Convenient story, that, Jack. It's a convenient story.
Yeah, I'm also thick as pig shit. What do you want from me?
Don't be daft. Are we ready? Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
In what has recently been crowned the official greatest festive special of all time,
the cookbook of Dr. River Song.
The Husbands of River Song. In the Husbands of River Song, it is claimed that events from a previous story were turned into a movie in universe. What is the name of that story?
I know. Wait, hold on. Shit, do I know that one? Damn it, hold on.
Sorry, you've probably said, do you need the name of the movie?
I need the name of the story. The story that it is from. So the episode that this event happens in.
Yeah, that's totally
in the universe. We know that there is a film that is made of that event.
Yeah, that's
Jack,
totally
are you okay?
Sorry, I got really cock.
Right, Jack, are you okay, Jack?
No, you'll see the smoke coming out of the ears in a minute.
Do you need me to go through it again?
No,
it is quite hard to explain.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Can I have does it star Peter Cushing?
No.
Oh
no.
Okay.
No, so it's not.
You've just given me the answer with that. Thank you.
Oh no, sorry.
So have you, bitch.
I'm ruining the quiz. I'm giving answers. That is not my job. And my hat's slipping.
Basically, you just have to think of any story or film that didn't star Peter Cushing, and then
easy. I've already got one, mate.
Yeah.
What?
Doctor Who movie.
What? Because it's not an actual film.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Confused. You're confusing me now. Is this okay?
Don't worry. Mine's not a film. Mine's a different kind of film, so it's fine.
I'm just gonna have more whiskey.
Mine's a special film.
Right. So there you go. The next question. Are we already?
Smashed
Are we ready? We're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're ready.
11.
Is it question 11?
It is. Yeah.
It is.
I don't have the numbers in front of me.
Don't worry. I'm here to help.
Thanks, guys. In The Return of Dr. Mysterio, the Doctor claims to Lucy that he is damn dangerous from where?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is a very specific answer to this, and there is a less specific answer to this. I will
right.
I will accept the less specific. I am damn dangerous.
Oh,
from
yeah.
where?
Oh, yeah. There is actually. You're quite right.
Feel free to come to me first when we're going through the answers, by the way.
Okay.
Because you'll get the right answers from me every time.
Okay, will do. I will remember that.
I got you.
Jack first every time. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
3 questions left. Let's do this, people. So, in Twice Upon a Time, we see Villengard. But in which story is Villengard first mentioned?
Oh, yeah.
What's Villengard?
The weapon factories of Villengard that has then been turned into a banana grove.
Oh, right. Okay.
Come on, Jack. I'm helping you here, man.
Thank you.
I'm helping.
What other TV series has got Grove in the name?
it's Biker.
EastEnders.
Biker.
Downton
Grove.
Abbey.
Robot Wars.
What story?
Oh, I miss Robot Wars.
I miss it every day. Every day.
The bit where the 2 robots, they then go to war.
Smash bash.
I want to go to war.
Yeah. I know. It's my favourite bit of every episode.
I can't believe
of
they've
Robot
got
Wars.
back Ewan McGregor. I don't know.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, I'm trying to do a quiz. Quite disrespectful.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah. Sure.
Yay.
Right. Question number 13. And it is the 13th Doctor story.
Oh, that's
in
good.
Resolution. And 12 was a 12. Beautiful.
Yes.
In Resolution, the fam have been to multiple New Year's Eves together.
No.
How many have they been to exactly before they land in 2019?
Oh, no.
So they're all in the TARDIS. They've been to a number of New Year's Eves before they land in 2019. How many is it?
You can tell my nostalgia bias because for all like the Russell and early Moth ones, I've been like, and then as soon as like currently, oh no,
Yes,
the
thank
most
you.
recent stuff.
It's very sad that I actually did know this off the dome.
Oh,
well,
which of
don't
course
worry.
it
Off the
rises
Dalek
highly.
dome.
Hey.
I've only got 2 Daleks in my possession. Dalek Sex and the Dalek Sec and the Reconnaissance.
Yeah!
Yeah, baby.
That's
So
my
the final question is about the now retroactively most cursed episode of Doctor Who to exist, unfortunately. The Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile of Doctor Who, if you wish. It's Revolution of the Daleks.
Yeah, boy.
Revolution of the Daleks sees the return of the Bronze Time War Daleks.
Does he?
But what was the last episode we saw them in before Revolution of the Daleks?
I know this one.
I'm trying to figure,
know this one.
Because you mentioned that Kenneth Branagh film. I'm just wondering which cast member was outed as an actual cannibal.
Me.
It was Bradley Walsh, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Twat, yeah. He
Yeah,
still gets
it
his
was,
job at the
yeah.
chase, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Elite.
Yeah.
When he says the
bet-
chase is on, he'll actually hunt you
He needs it.
an apex predator.
Sorry, Josh. I need to be a little shit and just ask a few questions about this question.
Ask questions about the question.
Do you mean that it can be anything like in a flashback or a memory sequence, or has it got to be the last episode that used the prop?
The last episode that used the prop, I believe.
Right,
it is the
brilliant.
last episode that used the prop.
I've got this one. This is the one where I actually know the answer.
Oh, Jack, these are the moments where I hope you haven't.
I think I
'cause
know
it would
this,
just be
but
hilarious.
I'm just worried that there'll be a weird technicality. And I won't.
I thought the question was going to be, and my autistic Doctor Who Dalek obsessive brain was going to light up like a Christmas tree. Josh was going to ask, Winnie, what are you doing?
So she just keeps meowing. What's up?
Oh, what? To be fair, it would have been odd if that was in the quiz.
The question is, Winnie, what are you doing up there?
And the answer is whatever the fuck she wants.
No, the answer at the moment seems to be parkour.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Oh.
Back to No Way Home.
like Josh was going to say, but what is the designated task force name? And I'd have been like, the Death Squad.
The
Not to
Death
be
Squad.
confused
Oh, I
with...
would have known that one too.
The Execution Squad.
Yeah.
The new people.
What, the Fam Part 2?
Why did they not have the Gatling gun?
I don't know.
Because
Why
the
didn't they
Gatling
make
gun
them
makes
nice
more sense to
colours?
deploy against...
Because
I
Chris
know.
Chibnall's a hack.
rather than against two people in an elf storage.
Fucking hell, Winnie.
Wow.
It's because wow.
Sorry,
that's
I'm not
impressive.
listening.
She is Spider-Man. She is climbing
Oh
the
my
walls.
lord!
They really did get all the Spider-Men back. It's true. The rumors were true.
Andrew Garfield.
Garfield.
You're welcome.
I have no eyes, John.
I mean, that's the end of the quiz. So,
So I won.
tune in next week to find out the answers.
Fuck off.
No,
This
I
is the
am
biggest
joking. We're going to
cliffhanger
go
since
through
the
the
Stolen
answers.
Earth.
We're going to go through the answers now, everybody.
Yay.
So don't worry. I hope you all enjoyed the quiz. Let's see what the answers are. So, answer to question number 1. Jack, you first.
I think I actually know this one because the quote popped it. Is it 15?
Will, what have you got?
I had 24, crossed it out to 16, and then crossed that out for 15.
Okay, Harry.
So I landed on 15.
It's another 15.
It's all correct.
Oh,
3 points across the board. Happy days. Point each. 15 hours.
Good start.
Because I've written on an envelope, I've got the name of my Corridor of Fame person underneath the flap.
That is a lovely
William
little
Carlyle.
Yeah, it's me. I'm in the Corridor of Fame.
I mean, technically you could. I didn't lay you any ground rules for that. The answer to question number 2, what song do the Robot Santas play as they kidnap Donna? And it's a song that's appeared many years. Jack, what did you have?
I didn't know. I put "Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day" because I wasn't putting joke answers yet.
That's fine. Harry, what did you have?
I didn't know this one, so I've gone for a guess. I've gone for Good King Wenceslas.
Okay, Will.
God rest ye merry gentlemen.
Oh,
and he is correct.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Will. Well done.
I should have played Wizard.
Yeah. Can even see the subtitle for it now on the DVD.
They're famously plagiarized
from
London's Burning.
That's
a little known fact.
Fun fact.
Oh well, there you go.
Oh, and isn't this just typical? I'm now going, isn't that the basis for the Venusian lullaby that John Pertwee sings to Agador in the Peladon stories?
I need
And even sadder, I'm sure there's an audio called Voyage to Venus where canonically, if you consider Big Finish canon, which I personally think would be great, but it's totally your own volition, Jacob and Lightfoot go to Venus and they actually bring the song God Rest Ye Gentlemen, and that becomes the basis of the Venusian lullaby. So it's like an ontological paradox. It's so sad that I know all that, but not what the song is in the Christmas.
Incredible.
Right.
Yes. I wish I could give you a point, but
I was about to barter, but
it's fine. Question number 3. Voyage of the Damned became the most watched Doctor Who episode since 1979. What was the 1979 story it didn't beat? We'll go to Will first for this one.
I went for the safe choice, City of Death. I think there's another one in that season that is like the second most watched story ever, but I couldn't remember it.
Harry, what did you put?
I was in the same position as Will, so I've actually gone for Destiny of the Daleks, but it wouldn't surprise me if City of Death did win. And I'd like that because I do like Destiny, but City of Death is wonderful, so I'd be happy to lose on this question.
Jack?
Yeah, I also did City of Death, but Destiny's a good shout.
Destiny is not as good a shout as City of Death.
City of Death is correct.
It is City of Death. So well done indeed. And it was during that weird ITV strike. So Doctor Who just did really, really well and got like 16 million viewers. So there you go. Another cat.
So Theodore's
Winnie
in.
has regenerated.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh,
It's
at Christmas,
started.
no less.
I can't stop it.
The next question, I'm very intrigued by your answers to this. In the next Doctor, Jackson's Lake's wife's is murdered. Apparently, Jackson Lake's wife is murdered. But what was her name? Harry, what did you go for?
Bit of a guess. Annabelle.
Okay, Jack, what did you go for?
Sally.
Okay.
Sally
Now-
Phelan. She can't see me. It's
No, that's-
unlucky the night before.
That's an ontological paradox.
Wow, that hurt me just hearing that again. Will, I'm intrigued by your answer. You said it was a pun.
I did the pun, so I put in brackets Christmas and then Carol. Christmas Carol.
That's my grandma's least favorite joke because
So
that's her
ignore
name.
my dyspraxic handwriting, but Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
I'm going to give you half a point.
What? Her name's
Because
Christmas.
It's Caroline. So
Oh,
it's so close.
come
I will
on.
I will allow you half a point because that is incredibly close.
That is.
And I hope the other boys agree.
God
Oh,
bless
yeah,
us,
absolutely.
everyone.
All right,
Give him
fine.
half,
I'm
yeah.
not happy about it, but sure.
Okay. Jack, don't be bitter, be better.
That's what I'm good at.
In A Christmas Carol, what was the name of the town in which the story was set? I would be surprised if anyone's got this because I think it's ruddy hard. Jack, what did you say?
Devon.
Devon. Okay. Will, what did you say?
But Holywood, like Hollywood, but with one L.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that would be lovely. If it was right. Harry. Harry,
I've got Sardic Town on the planet Ember.
you are 100% correct, and I didn't even have the planet written down. It is
Oh,
Sardic
it is
Town.
named after him. For God's
It is
They
named
don't
after
mention it
him.
in the episode. Nobody at any point goes, "Welcome to Sardic Town, Doctor Who."
Oh, that is. Oh, I
They
didn't
should've.
know that they didn't.
That should have been the
mention that.
opening words.
That's
Yeah.
quite harsh, actually. Yeah, it's just next to Kazranville, and that I don't know, something
Scrooge
about
Town.
that Welsh woman.
Scrooge Town.
Yeah.
Ever been on down to Scrooge Town late at night?
The answer to the next question. So, the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. From what significant planet from Classic Who are the Harvesters from? Now, Jack, I'm going to go to you first because I remember you saying that you didn't think you had this right. So, what did you put?
Well, here's the thing. I thought to Classic Who, and I was thinking, what planet are they on so much? Earth?
No, I mean it's a good shout, but it's incorrect.
It was worth a go.
Will, what did you put?
Androzani Major. 50-50 shot. I'm Androzani Major.
Okay. Did you put the same, Harry? Did you put
I've got
Major?
Androzani Major, so I'm going to go in with Will. We're going to clutch each other's bosoms and take a dive into the
Our
pit.
beam locators.
Yes.
The answer is Androzani Major.
Yeah.
It's Major.
Hey, away in an
Correct.
Androzani Major.
Because Androzani Minor is just a mud planet, so
It's just Dune.
Yeah.
Zana Minor is a child. No, it wasn't worth the joke. No,
I'll drink to that, I guess.
In The Snowmen, we see Victoria and Clara's birthday on a tombstone. What is significant about this date? Anyone want to chuck an answer out there?
Is it
you
Docky
guys
Who's
decide.
birthday?
Oh, I wrote Docky Who birthday.
Oh, really?
November 23rd, Docky Who birthday.
Harry, what did you put?
I actually put, is it Verity Lambert's birthday? Because I thought, was it the 23rd of November for present day Clara? But I will go down with Verity Lambert if it's wrong, which I think it is.
Okay. That's quite tough as well because Verity Lambert's birthday, I'm pretty sure, is 2 days before 21st of November.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's very close. And unfortunately, it is no cigar because
No.
it is Docky Who's
Who's
birthday.
birthday.
It is
Yay!
the 23rd of November. So
Yes.
I got
correct.
another point.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, drink to it. Drink it in, boys. In The Time of the Doctor,
This one
The
I've got.
wooden Cyberman doesn't say delete. What does it say? Harry, what do you think it says?
I think it says sterilize. I'm going to go
Sorry,
with sterilize.
I just kicked my desk, so my camera shook a lot.
Oh, no.
Guys. Okay. Will?
I'm hoping for the half point here. Burn, baby, burn.
Okay, Jack.
Okay, so I think what it was. So, the doctor's there. He's got his screwdriver. He's like, this is going to kill you. And so the Cyberman utters his new catchphrase, fuck!
All incorrect, I'm afraid.
Damn
it. Fuck!
Incorrect.
That was the new Cyberman catchphrase.
Yeah, it's on the calendar.
The answer is incinerate.
Now we know why none of us got it. It's that because that's so stupid.
Yeah, come on.
It is really stupid. The next one, I'm intrigued by this one. As I said, I can't remember if I asked this last year, but someone, it may have been me, has definitely asked this in a quiz, and everybody was stumped. And I'm intrigued to see if everybody else gets it. In Last Christmas, the creatures that were commonly referred to as dream crabs, what are their actual names? Jack, while you're fucking about there, I'm going to ask you.
I believe their full name was Clara Oswin Oswald.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That would have been better, cleverer twist, actually.
Yeah, it's
correct.
She's falling.
Correct.
Yes.
No. Harry, what did you put?
Cantrafari.
Okay. Will, what did you put?
I knew that it began with a K. So
Clara.
I just went for Catchy Catchin, which is a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Wow, now that is knee deep niche.
Well, that is knee deep niche, and what is also knee deep niche is the answer, which is, fortunately for Harry Draper, Cantrafari.
Oh, you bastard!
That is a great answer because that is tough. Your next question is the husbands of River Song. In that one, it is claimed that the events of which previous story were turned into a movie. I'm worried that this has caused confusion, but maybe I'm just the one who's confused here.
I got it.
Good. Okay. Jack,
I just hit my desk with a bottle opener. Sorry.
That's fun.
So obviously it's Doctor Screw, right? Right?
Yeah.
That hit movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Great.
I mean, what else are they going to be up to?
So I had to clarify that it was a film that did not star Peter Cushing. So it was The Chase, not starring Peter Cushing. The third in that Dalek trilogy.
Okay.
There was a third?
Well, they never made it.
Oh.
So,
Okay. And Harry?
I believe the movie The Crash of the Byzantium is based on the Series 5 two-parter Time of Angels and Flesh and Stone.
Harry is bang on the money. It is The Crash of the Byzantium, which is the Time of Angels.
Screwed myself there.
So I do like the logic of you the other two. Obviously, Will, great logic there. And Jack, Paul.
Doctor Screw is the funnier answer, which is the more important answer.
That's what I'm here for the bands.
The entertainment. If not, this is just four nerds just chatting shit.
How dare you? I'm a jock. I love the sport.
Okay, good. In The Return of Dr. Mysterio, the Doctor claims to Lucy that he is damn dangerous. From where? Jack, you go first.
How you doing? Birmingham?
No. Fuck. Close. Well, not really, but Harry.
Scotland Yard, Scotland.
Will, what did you put?
I put the Beano, but then you said it's a specific
desperate Dan.
And then I thought, how can you be specific about the Beano? So then I remembered Scotland Yard, Scotland.
Scotland Yard, Scotland is correct. Jack, did you just lose your pen?
Yeah, it went behind my desk.
That's fine. Don't worry.
I've got a whole pot of pens here.
Oh, good. A nice little pen pot. In Twice Upon a Time, we see Villengard, but in which story is Villengard first mentioned? I think this is a pretty easy one. I hope you all got it. All together now.
The
And on
Doctor
Earthly Child.
dances.
I didn't get anyone's answer there. Did you all say the Empty Child and the Doctor dances?
Yes.
The Doctor
yeah,
dances.
Yes.
Jack, what did you write?
Look, it doesn't matter what I wrote.
What did you write, Jack?
Look,
Come
you
on.
know what? Let's just all enjoy that the other two got
It's
it right.
okay, Jack. Come on. What did you write? Come on.
Ah,
An Unearthly Child. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry.
I thought too far back.
It does make sense. It makes sense because
I
the
do
first Doctor's in
remember.
it.
I remember it now, and I feel stupid.
I tried to hint at you with the Banana Grove. With the
Yeah, I
banana.
wasn't listening.
but-
I was trying to think of something funny.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the energy.
Oddly
Final
enough,
two questions.
Sorry,
Go on.
Josh. Oddly enough, again, Titan Comics actually showed the Doctor destroying Villengard and setting up the Banana Grove. But oddly enough, which Doctor do you think? This is my question for the quiz now. Which Doctor
Okay.
do you think they showed this with?
I think it would be. I feel like it would be the seventh Doctor.
Mm.
that's my guess.
Jack, do you have?
Oh
an-
my god. Okay.
Go on.
I think it was Joe Martin.
Yeah. All your answers would have been much better than the actual answer. It's the War Doctor who somehow found time during the Time War.
Yeah, he was about to
plant
push
a
the
banana
button, and he was like, "Oh shit, I forgot."
The Banana Grove.
Like the idea that the butcher of Skull Moon.
What he did,
is-
he did without
Without
choice.
He's just
And
in the
bananas.
name of peaches and Satsumas.
We found each
Oh,
other.
look at this.
Yeah, the
Look at
time
that.
stream's
How-
all buggered.
No,
Where's
Pop
Jonathan
Funkos,
Carley when
get
you need
away, get away.
I have got a
He's
signed John
destroying
Hurt
Doctor
picture,
Who.
but it's not on my shelf, and now I'm worried about where it is.
Here, I stole him.
And I also stole him.
Yeah.
Oh no!
With
My
Mordrin
one's
undead
wrong.
him.
It's actually defective. Look, it's got the eye thing under this one, but not under there.
Oh,
That's fun.
oh,
fact.
that's weird.
Ooh, that probably makes
There you
yours
go.
rarer.
Yeah, that's incredibly rare.
Mm.
So there we go. Last two questions. So the answer: how many New Year's Eves did the fan go to in Resolution before they landed in 2019? I'm going to go to Will last because he said he was very confident. Harry, what did you put?
Total guess 17.
Jack, what did you put?
2009.
1009.
They were busy.
Okay. Yeah,
They're on
no,
the
that's
on the
fine.
sesh.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just going to cross that
that's-
out.
What? No. Did you write on the sesh? I'd like to think you did. And Will,
19.
it's correct. It is
Well done, Will.
19.
I
I
was so close.
and I only know that because I used footage of it from a recent review and watched the whole scene to try and get a good shot.
Damn you, content creator.
I got.
I thought that was
incredibly
something
lucky.
else for a moment there, Josh. The way that started.
And the final question that will crown I have not been keeping score with you guys, so I hope you.
It's for the best.
Revolution of the Daleks, or
Ooh.
Revolution of Terrible
This might be one I
Actions
know.
against other people, sees the return of the Bronze Time War Daleks. But what was the last episode we saw one in before this? Jack, come on, bring it home.
You can do it, Jack.
Was it the pilot? I want it to be the pilot so bad.
It's okay, Jack. Don't worry. Harry.
I've got Twice Upon a Time.
Oh, cock!
Will.
Yeah, I've also got Twice Upon a Time.
I'm afraid.
Flipping Rusty!
You're so close, mate. You're so close.
I wasn't. I was
What?
a whole series off.
I mean, yeah, but it's literally the one before. It's the one appearance before it. So you're out by one. But
I knew I should have watched Twice Upon a Time, but I didn't want to.
Right.
don't-
So, I mean, that's it. That is the end of the quiz. I mean, let us know how you got on at home. I wonder if anybody got 14 out of 14. Oh, Jack.
I got
Oh, poor
3.
Jack.
That means
3.
I'm John Pertwee.
It was a very tough one. Yes.
Big Finish, call me for your audios. As soon as the impressionist you always use dies, for some reason the name has escaped me.
Oh, Tim Trelaw.
Don't kill Tim Trelaw on my podcast, please.
I'll do what I like to get jobs.
The job market's rough out there.
Have we got any raise on 3? Because this is gonna decide who gets to put someone.
I
in
have a
the
sneaky
corridor of
suspicion
fame.
Will has gone and knocked it out of the park and done a home run.
I got 9.5, which I think makes me the War Doctor.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that works.
Well,
And
no,
Harry,
I'm John Hurt's War Doctor.
yes.
I'm really
Harry,
glad
where are
we're
you?
doing this thing of whatever number our score is. It's the Doctor that we represent.
Yes.
Because I get to be Paul McGann because I was 8,
Oh, what year is this?
Lovely.
which means
Yes.
Will.
Yay!
Give it up for
Champion.
Will. Give it up for John Hurt.
Lovely.
I feel
And
bad
because
for
I had all
throwing
of the
my John Hurt
answers,
Funko like a minute ago. I just threw him back onto the
Ah.
shelf.
you just
That's
chucked them
deeply
away.
unfortunate.
No
And
more.
yeah, because I had all 14 answers, I am the 14th Doctor. There is your announcement. You know,
Although regeneration-wise, where does that put you?
I didn't know that Lydia West was the host of Who Knew.
no, it's Chris Marshall. So
You son of a bitch! I forgot his name.
congratulations, Will. Congratulations.
Well done.
You
Well
have won the
done,
quiz.
Will.
And it means you have won your 2nd entry into the Corridor of Fame.
Mm.
Have you ever been limited by who you were before?
One day, I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back.
Our lives are different to anybody else's. That's the exciting
Yeah? Sarah Jane?
Do I have the right?
Some people's small, beautiful events is what life is all about.
An anniversary compared to us. 10 million years of absolute power. That's what it takes to be really
Every great decision creates ripples. Like a huge boulder dropped in a lake.
But it was a childish dream that made you a doctor. You dreamt you could no more.
I'm not just the time. I'm the last of the time. It just disappears, doesn't it? Everything you are gone in a moment, like breath on a mirror.
I do what I do because it's right. Because it's decent. And above all, it's kind.
Love abides in the face of everything.
Stay in the corridor of
So, I mean,
fame.
before we do this, I feel like this is going to be really painful. And I wish I didn't have to do this, but I do. I would like to know Jack and Harry.
Hello, we'd like to know you two.
Knowing me.
I would like
Knowing you.
Yes, I've been affectionately known by Oscar Grouchos on Twitter as the Prodonian partridge. So I do like that. I like that a lot. Jack,
Hello.
if you'd have won, we know it was close.
Shut up.
If you'd have won, who would you have put in the Corridor of Fame?
It was a tricky one for me. I was trying to think of sort of ones that, you know, it relates to me. You always think of ones that have touched your lives in some way. So I went with, I wasn't too big on a lot of Capaldi's run. For me personally, I was falling out of the show a bit. But then they got a new companion in the form of Pearl Mackie's Bill. And that got me straight back in. Pearl Mackie would have been my
that's
choice.
why you had her name written down.
That's why she was written down.
Foreshadowing.
So she
It was a
wasn't
spoiler.
wrong.
Oh, yeah,
was
she
Yeah,
was.
Asbill. Pearl Mackie
I was-
Asbill.
Asbill.
I was sat here like, wow, that's a big guess for the community show. And
I wish. If I could, I would.
Yeah, Pearl, if you want to come on the show, if you want to come on Who Knew, I mean, you know, come on here before you go on.
Please.
They're a madman. Run away. Run away.
And Harry, you madman. Who would you have put in?
Mad lad.
I didn't have to think too long because I think they're fantastic, and they've had recently a glorious success with The Matrix Resurrections, which is now out in cinemas. So there's a little plug. And to see her doing so well in Brilliant is fantastic. And she was the first regular companion in Doctor Who. So it is none other than Freema. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the surname. Freema Agyeman.
That's a good shout too. We both went with really good companions there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Underrated companions as well.
Yes,
I'm genuinely a little bit sad about both of those. I would love both of them.
You'll have to invite us back then at some point.
But
yeah, I will.
Everything ends and it's always sad, but everything begins to and it's always happy and stuff. And that what will make you happy is if Will tells us his entry. So be happy and be kind.
Yes.
And to do stuff.
It's James Dreyfus.
Well, here to present is my cat Theodore.
Yes.
Hi, Theodore.
Love it.
Look at that. The lights are on, but no one's home.
So they say about me sometimes.
Thing is, if you put both mine and Theo's heads together and shine a torch through, you just get straight through the other side. Anyway, so yeah, as I said before, it's in the top lip of the envelope. For this one, I wanted to choose somebody who is forever themed to Christmas for Doctor Who.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Someone who, by coincidence, did work on the very first Doctor Who Christmas special, also the very first ever Doctor Who story ever. Last time I was on Who Knew, I chose Graham Harper. Directors are very close to my heart, so I chose director Douglas Camfield. Who directed, of course, he directed Dalek's Master Plan, but he was also production assistant on An Unearthly Child, both the pilot and broadcast.
Brilliant.
Got promoted to director for Planet of Giants and worked on the series up until The Seeds of Doom. He cast Nicholas Courtney as Lethbridge Stewart and as Brett Vine in Dalek's Master Plan. He directed Web of Fear, Invasion, incredible director. Directed Inferno, well, half of Inferno before he had a heart attack, and then Barry Letts had to take over. But Douglas Camfield's work is astonishing in the classic series, incredible director, great legacy. He's in An Adventure in Space and Time, portrayed by actor Sam Hoare as well, a brief appearance in the background there. And yeah, so Douglas Camfield is my choice for the Corridor of Fame.
Wow, I didn't realize how much he did. I knew the name, but wow.
Yeah, he is a bit of an unsung hero, really, isn't he? I think he does his name always gets mentioned, but it's nice to give him some props. And he is an absolute legend of Doctor Who in the upper echelons of Who directors. And I think it was it you, Will, a while ago, who was tweeting. I feel like you tweeted about that you were watching an episode and you were like, "That's a very Camfield shot." Yeah, and then you realised that it was a Camfield shot.
And so in the Web of Fear, when Jamie, Victoria, and the Second Doctor are in the underground, and the camera goes from them through like the fence to the guy who's been webbed up, and it says London.
Such a good shot.
London's been evacuated.
Excuse me.
Which apparently that sound effect was done by just dropping the sound box on the floor and recording the sound that came out. But yeah, Web of Fear looks amazing. Invasion as well, great outdoors action set pieces. Dalek's Master Plan as well, which is the Citizen Kane in terms of directing Doctor Who, I imagine. And like just there's an incredible transition that still survives in the archives today from the Dalek's Master Plan. Is it the sun in the sky of Egypt, I think, and then it transitions to a shining like Dalek dome that turns around. It's wonderful.
I haven't seen this, but I really need to watch it.
So do I.
We all just had like a collective orgasm to that one shot.
Contact. Like Terror of the Zygons as well, because he could do horror, he could do action, and in like Web of Fear, like you watch part 1 where it's in the collector's house where the Yeti resides, and it looks like a noir blockbuster film. Incredible use of the resources, like incredible work.
But what did he do for the show?
I do,
Yeah, but what else?
I do feel a bit
Come
bad
on,
choosing the white dude over the two incredible modern companions. But
Well, I mean, you did say earlier we were racist, so we've come
yeah.
full circle.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
Let us come back, Josh, and we'll try.
Yeah,
again.
you will.
Do
You
that.
will return.
You are
You
on my
will
list for Community Show Season 2, Josh. So you know,
one day they shall come back.
one day.
Until then, we will have this roadkill badger.
Full circle. So
good story, Andrew Smith.
It is a lovely story. I'm sure that Pearl and Freema will make their way into very deserving of the corridor, and they will be in one day. I'm sure.
To quote Harrison Chase in Douglas Camfield's last story, The Seeds of Doom, it is only a matter of time. All plant eaters must die.
Although this might break the no doctors rule for the Corridor of Fame, because he is a Morbius doctor.
Oh, that is contentious. That is our first doctor submitted to the Corridor of Fame. Fame, technically.
You definitely do have to bring these two back to rectify this mistake.
Yeah. This. I mean, I think we should just call this whole podcast null and void, and not just delete it.
See you guys.
Hit stop record. I just googled Douglas Camfield's name and found out there's a entire book about him where they're like only 300 or whatever published. So I'm buying that right now.
Buy now.
Little Christmas present.
By Douglas Camfield's book.
Anyone listening at home, we're plugging Douglas Camfield's book.
Yep.
So, I mean, thank you everybody for listening to whatever the hell this was. It was, well, for me, it was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed it. This has been the Who Knew Festive Extravaganza. And I mean, you guys, I mean, Harry, first of all, I would like you to plug away. Please plug your things and whatever you're doing at the minute that you want to plug.
I don't think I've done anything since the last time I was on the podcast.
How many of us?
It's been a hard year.
A hard year, yes.
Yeah. But if you want to follow Bowtie Animation on Twitter for some lots of daft jokes and figure photos, then it'd be lovely to have you over, and that would be super smashing great.
Yes, and because Harry hasn't done it, I would also like to plug something that I believe is available for free on the Big Finish store. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. I did a Big
Finish at work.
Oh yeah, I did Big Finish. We love stories.
We do love stories. We do love stories.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Oh, but actually, check out when it comes out this year's winner. By none other than Joe. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correct, sir. Vivas?
Yeah, I think it's Vivas. I don't know.
The guy who does those amazing Dalek videos like Iron Dalek, where it's the Recon Scout with Jarvis in a Dalek shell, and Not My Daleks with the Revolution. I love those videos. I love the one on the Dead Planet where it's the Daleks and they have the city, and but they've turned it into a family restaurant, and the Dalek comes up to Paralyzed Ian and it's like, working 9 till 5. So to know that guy is now writing for Big Finish and what sounds like a really great horror story, then yeah, do check that out because that sounds fantastic.
Definitely do. Jack, please plug away. We all know all three of you anyway, but please plug whatever you're doing at the minute.
That's fair. Well, do subscribe over on the YouTubes. I've got Community Show Season 2 starting up next year. People seem to like Season 1. Worked a treat. I mean, my most latest thing coming out is Christmas Eve. All the doctors sing a Christmas song. Get ready for some grade A cringe.
Who would not love that? I'm so excited. Very, very excited. And people can find you on Twitter as well. Who Community? Yeah.
I retweet most things.
Lovely stuff. And as if this guy needs any introduction.
Theodore.
What are you doing? We heard you. Where the noise is coming from, Theo?
Oh, sorry. Oh no, he's scared.
No, he is a very sensible because he's left a lot of fluff on my Christmas jump. It's snowing. It's snowing.
I think that might not be. Hang on, Will. You might want to put that through a few washes now.
Oh, no.
The weather outside is frightful. Anyway,
Will, plug away your things.
Yes, I'll do a collaborative plug as well. I have had both Jack and Harry, and of course Josh, on my live streams before.
Oh, on the live stream, yeah.
On the live, yes. Well, it's all part and parcel of the work professional relationship, isn't it? But Harry spent some time talking about his Big Finish Paul Sprague winning story, which is a very lovely conversation. And Jack is always just wonderful and fun and the live chat finds him very handsome.
They do, and I was a big fan of that.
and Josh is just always lovely to chat with. Always,
and the live chat hate my opinion. So that's what I found out. So I go online as Mr. TARDIS. You can find my YouTube channel. I live stream every Monday, although I am taking the next week off, depending on when this goes out. So hopefully my top 50 Doctor Who scenes of the revival should be completed.
I've been loving that.
So thank you very much. Some of these the moments we've talked about in these Christmas specials have featured on that list, so enjoy all of that this festive period. A little Doctor Who advent calendar. So yeah, check out my live streams. You can find them on YouTube at Mr. TARDIS. I'm also on Twitter at Trilby Reviews. That's TRILBEE. And you can always find my cats either doing parkour or on my lap, one or the other.
Lovely stuff. And that's it for the podcast for the year. And you know what a bloody year it's been. And I just want to say, it's not the end of the series. I'm probably going to take a little break just until the new year. That might be the odd little thing that pops up. But we'll be back in January with more episodes of Who Knew. And I have absolutely loved every ruddy bloody minute of it. So thanks for this year, guys. And again, it's been a joy. And you can find us on wherever you get your podcasts, really. You can find us on YouTube. Just type in Who Knew and hopefully it'll come up. And you can find us on Twitter at Who Knew Podcast, at Josh Ryan Carr, if you want to look at my Twitter as well. You can subscribe to the Patreon, where you can get loads of lovely rewards and early access to things. And you can support the podcast and you can buy merch, which Jack is not wearing, but he can endorse it for me.
I do wear it, and it is admittedly very comfortable.
Thank you very much. I don't have my own merch. I hilariously cannot afford it. So buy my merch so I can buy my merch. But yeah, I am sorry to take the tone down slightly as well. But before we go, I just personally wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's supported me on Twitter. I've had a bit of a tough time recently with a family bereavement of my nan, Alethea, who was a wonderful mental Spanish woman who was an absolute joy in my life. And I'm very, very sad that she's gone. But I just wanted to pay tribute to her. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to put this to her name. So it's not really a dedication because, you know, some of the things that we've talked about aren't really fitting for my nan's ears. But yeah, just a tribute to her, because without her, none of this would have happened, because I wouldn't be here. So yeah, big love.
We raise our glasses.
We do. So yeah, as I said, thank you to everybody. It's been a fantastic year, and I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a very happy new year to brighter times, hopefully. So thank you, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye all.
Big thank you to all of our patrons, and a massive shout out to Alfie Innes and Cal King. Thanks for listening to Who Knew, a Doctor Who podcast.
You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts and now on YouTube. Please subscribe and leave us a review wherever you can, as it really helps us out. And a massive thanks to the Sononauts for lending their cover of the Doctor Who theme to be the theme for the podcast.